Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition. Oh, hey, that's a different program. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Weekend Review with the Arc. I don't know why, but I went in with my Sports Talk with the Guys intro, but hey, it is all good in the hood, so they say. Ladies and gentlemen, Arc 53 has arrived. I'm glad that you are on station, and Linda is here as well, present and accounted for. I believe Arc 2 is also. Oh, is Arc 2 here somewhere? Oh, no. Okay. Arc 47 is here, present and accounted for. And, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, episode 11. It's it. We're in the home stretch. Last two episodes we're going to be talking about today. Actually, Michael and I did discuss this. This might be the last episode we amongst ourselves talk about because next week it's going to be the cast. Wow. And speaking of such important things, oh, look at that right there. Look at that arc porn right there. Yeah, I said it. There it is. All of them have confirmed, and they're all going to be on with us. I would challenge Michael to announce all of their names, but I'm not going to be such a jerk to him early already. So, all kidding aside, I'm Roger, my co-host. Who is that? Why don't you introduce yourself, young man?
I am Jag, and I'm happy to be here from Arc Zero.
And the man, the myth, the one
legend.
who's arranging all of this.
Where's he?
Right down there. That's Michael. Michael Day. How are you, Michael, from Arc 2?
I'm good. I mean, you might be surprised. Arc 2 may show up again.
Well,
True.
I don't know.
Never know.
Giving
Or another
Kelly's
arc. Or another
giving
arc.
Kelly's background. Yeah.
Yeah, lies.
Whoa, it's not just a TV show, it's real life then. Anyway, just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be discussing the last thing you ever do. And boy, are those words going to be prophetic. Maybe they were already in this episode. Me no think so. I think all the phrases or every episode title will come back in the final episode. We all know how Dean Devlin operates. It's going to be crazy. So Linda says if he's Arc Zero, that means he never made it to the launch pad.
I'm pre-arc.
And there it is. First slam of the evening. So
I'm pre-arc.
Hey, all kidding aside, last thing you ever do. And I don't know, really good stuff. I don't know about you, Jag. Elizabeth. Sorry, Elizabeth, but it's always all about size. And I have 5. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And yeah, I know. I blended it. Cheater, pumpkin eater, or comet water drinker or something.
Yeah, comet water drinker. Yes.
Michael, Richard needs the link. I think we didn't post in the MDB media page.
Oh, I thought he could get there. Okay.
I thought he could get there as well, but apparently Almighty is incapable of such things. So
okay. I will send him the link.
Yes. Thank you. All kidding aside. Folks, we have a lot of stuff that we're going to get to tonight. Don't know how long we're going to run because that's what we do here. Oh, the girth counts. So are the edges filled too? Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly how you're directing that, Elizabeth, and I'm going to be offended either way.
Oh.
Because it's funny. It's funny. Hey, I don't really care what's said right here. But there it is. Look.
I will watch the arc. That's all I see on the pages.
I will watch the arc on Sunday. Come on, Jag. Get it right, pal. I will watch the arc on Sunday.
I will watch the arc on Sunday. There you go.
There you go, Elizabeth. You want some girth? There you go. There it is. Scene by scene. So, I kid, of course. Linda, there is a little more truth to that than we care to admit here on the NTV Media Network.
Yeah, I think his FDL is in the shop. So.
Oh, that is good. I like that. Elizabeth, sharp comment, though. I like it. Folks, there's no way that we can offend each other here. And well, speaking of such.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Richard. We went silent for you.
That's right.
What? I doubt that.
We did.
We did.
Okay, cool. I love it.
Thanks for joining us, Richard. We apologize. So, Jag, think about this,
Yes, sir.
okay? I know that there was a major mix-up one day on you not receiving the code, okay?
Yeah.
Think about it. Richard didn't get the code.
No, I couldn't find the show on the board.
Oh, because it was on page 2.
Oh, now you tell me. Thank you.
Well, I had to look too. So,
Because I'm looking.
Oh, I get it. On page
certain
2.
certain,
I had to look
certain
too.
people
I'm looking for it,
a
and
lot of extra
and then
shows
it
on.
says the program has gone live. I fly looking. Well, how the fuck is that? I mean, geez.
Okay, all right, Jag and everyone else,
All right, never
forgive
mind.
us. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the internal page of StreamYard. So this is an impromptu staff meeting.
No,
So
no. Now that I know, that's fine. I mean, but I just,
really? Is it?
So I left, and when I came back, the broadcast was there live, so I joined in. Hello, Linda.
All kidding aside, folks, we're really going to get to it. I asked for everyone to have some homework. Well, this is the introductions that we're going to be doing. And as we go on, I'm going to ask everyone in the chat room to let us know, however. And if you want to be on tonight's episode, this is it, folks. Because next week, it's going to be impossible.
No
That's
room.
just a fact, yeah.
No room at the inn.
There is no room. There are physically no rooms. So we're only going to have 10 squares. So it's going to be like Hollywood Squares, or except
Brady Bunch.
in Serbia Square. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. But all kidding aside, we have a lot we're going to get to. The last thing you ever do. All kidding aside, I was really impressed with Jag. Look, this might be the last episode where we all get to talk amongst ourselves. It just is until the other episodes. So I'm not saying goodbye. I'm not saying anything. I'm just I want to thank Jag because he, if we believe his story, I don't know if his middle name is Kelly, but if we believe his story, he really had not done anything like this.
Mm-mm.
So,
Nope.
I am no judge of anything, though my middle name is Daniel, so consider that as you still see fit. But anyway, I worked that one in. I almost went biblical on you kids. Actually, I just did. So anyway, not that I'm a judge or anything. You made the jump fast.
Oh,
And
thank you.
I have to tell you that when you came ready to play last week with all the notes, I didn't bother going over my notes because Jag was prepared. And it's not that I didn't trust him or anything. It's just, wow. It's like, why mess it up? Because remember, folks, when we lost Jag yesterday, we didn't go over the episode till he came back, which was, so consider that.
That was very kind.
Dude, I don't know if it was kind. I think you've earned it. So we're going to leave that as it is, and we're just going to get to it. If you want to go ahead and do it again, I don't know.
Well, before we go,
No,
we gotta get excited. Season 2, everybody. Season 2.
Really?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Season 2. The arc got renewed for season 2. So
When did this happen?
this
you're
week?
in tax thing. Yeah, it happened.
Oh yeah,
this
we're in
week.
tax time. Yeah. So they made an announcement.
I know. I
Okay,
actually saw
just
the
want to make
post.
sure. You probably didn't get the briefing.
I'm waiting to see everyone in the chat room like, what the hell?
Yeah.
No,
No,
they
they
don't
you'll
know.
We were the ones
Jag.
that broke it.
You'll get
I
used
was-
to it, Jag. You'll be able to tell.
Yeah, no, I was doing errands with mom or family that day, and all of a sudden my phones just started ping, 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 and it was all the Facebook groups going, it got renewed. So again, the Facebook groups just knocking it out of the park, keeping everybody informed. So that was awesome. So we got a season 2, yes. The other thing I want to remind everybody, apparently Sci-Fi is holding an ARC marathon starting tomorrow at 4 a.m. my time, so you guys do the math. And it's going to be a straight on 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central, episodes 1 through 7. And then on Tuesday, they're going to continue from 6 a.m. to 9 for episodes 8 to 11. So if y'all haven't caught up on the arc, or if you want to re-catch up on the arc, tomorrow night, or actually tonight, later on this overnight, Sci-Fi is going to be doing a marathon. So that's really cool. So thank you for Sci-Fi to allow us to see the episodes back to back prior to the new episode, and for renewing it. So let's do The Last Thing You Ever Do, written by Rebecca Rosenberg.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Before we get to that, folks, remember, again, I asked everyone for their homework. I need a confirmation if anyone wants to join us live. And folks, you don't need to have the camera. As long as we know it's you, you can go ahead and do it without a camera. We'll take your voice, your beautiful voices. And look, they can't be any worse than mine. Mine is as hoarse as it gets, and it's going to get worse. So at this point, Richard, Jag, and Michael are like, thank God the dumb bastards finally going to end up shutting up. So, oh, look, see that? See that? He was nodding. All right. So be ready to join us. We're going to get to it. Before we get to the first episode, I want to get to one of the homework items. So let's start it right now. Look, you all know that I drink Clamato as one of my drinks. I also drink soda, coffee. But to be very specific, since I'm not an alcoholic drinker, I do drink a tiny bit now. Thank you, Claudia, my office assistant. Because of you, I now drink, but that's neither here nor there. So,
You're taken several ways.
oh, good God, yeah. Hey, Claudia, where are you? Yeah, you're not here. No wonder why I drink now, but that's neither here nor there. Folks, my drink I've discovered, I love going to Applebee's on a Tuesday, and I like their appetizers, but I discovered their perfect martini. So it's vodka, and it's the flavor that it has. So my drink, my preferred drink right now, of all the ones I gave you, is what they call the perfect martini. It's vodka with the mango flavor and tahine. No one other than you and I, Jag, are going to know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Tahine on the edge instead of salt. So that is my drink. I'll see if I can find a picture of it because actually I do have a picture of it. So I'll have to go to my Facebook page in a moment. So, Michael, what is your drink of choice? And everyone in the chat room, if you're not going to join us, let's start hearing your favorite drink. That's the first one. Michael, what's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink, which I'm not allowed to have right now, is Diet Coke.
All right. There it is. Richard, what's your favorite drink? Oh, there we go. There it is. Jack and Coke. Okay. Appreciate it, Elizabeth. Thank you for getting us going. Richard, I interrupted you.
Diet Coke.
Okay, this isn't a G-rated audience. This isn't an AA-rated audience either. Okay, really? Is it really Diet Coke?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Aspartame galore. Jag, what's your drink?
So I like Coke Zero, and then I don't drink that much, but if I do like rum and Coke.
All right. Now,
Bacardi.
Understood. Okay, I recognize
Not a sponsor,
it. I like
but
that.
hopefully.
Linda,
Oh, that's
awesome.
good.
Bailey's Irish Cream. I like it. I thank you. Good stuff. Now, I do not. Actually, I do have the drink back there, but I'm not going to drink on air. I don't do very well when I drink on air. So, now here's the funny thing. I mentioned the type of drink, which I'm not drinking right now. You know what I'm drinking in here? Regular Coke. So all of us actually like Coke. That's interesting. And we're talking
right
about
here.
drinks.
There we go. Not a sponsor, but
There it is. Not a sponsor either. So there you go. I have a Diet Coke back there, which I have available to serve my clients. So I'll show the Diet Coke for both Richard and Michael. So, all kidding aside, Marcia. Hey, Marcia.
Ooh. Marsha.
Pink grapefruit, sparkling ice. No alcohol for me. Excellent. I appreciate that, Marcia. I'm sorry. Thank you.
You sure that's just Coke?
Anyway, why don't we get back to the episode? Quick thoughts? Is there anything you want to talk about the episode first? Otherwise, we go scene by scene as we normally do. So,
I think this just an episode that was just wrapping all the stuff that we knew was going to happen. That's what I saw it as. Is just an episode that was just kind of it's culminating to the end. We saw a little bit more of Kelly and Angus. We saw what happened with Lane. We saw what happened with Bryce. I think it's just the pinnacle of where the episode is finally heading, with all the storylines starting to come back. That's what I saw it as a summary.
Okay, Richard or Michael?
Well, I think we should discuss why Jag is so upset about one of the last scenes of the show.
So everybody knows
Are you a
everybody
Lane
knows
fan?
I liked the ARC-15 cannon and the weapon and the whole 9 yards. And at the end, as we'll discuss later, it was destroyed, and so it is no longer an ARC-15 with teeth. So yeah,
So
I was a
Jag
little
is upset.
disappointed. A little disappointed. I mean, I get the whole idea why they did it, and it was done well, but yeah, a little disappointed that ARC-15 lost its teeth. So that was
Richard?
just
Well, I'm just going to go to a scene that a lot of people probably got a little hot about when they saw Bryce get his shirt cut off.
I knew you were going to go there.
And shut up, Jack. I'm telling you, everybody was invited to the Bryce 6-pack party. And,
Oh man,
so yeah, that was something else.
I'm going to get you a Bryce T-shirt, bud.
Okay. Bryce T-shirt. Remember, it has to say Bryce 6-pack party. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, that's it for me now. I mean, there's a lot in this episode to unpack. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, and so whoever's next can go.
Okay, well, I'm going to reserve comment for later, but I'm going to get Jag going in a moment. Okay, here we go. Elizabeth says Jerry Lee's Great Balls of Fire was the weapons viewpoint. Okay, like that. All I have to say is at the very beginning in the teaser, Dr. Rogers must confirm the DNA from Arc 1. I was like, I know who Dr. Rogers is, but for a moment there I was like, ooh, in another life. Anyway, Jag, get us going. Let's go over it. And
All right,
everyone else,
so-
if you have comments, by all means, jump in.
Like we saw, just Garnett just going around kicking ass all throughout ARC-15. She was just hitting everybody and trying to find the weapons room at the beginning, and she was just showing who's boss by just, I guess those were Serbian stuntmen, and they did a good job, I think. So she's trying to find the weapon, and a little tidbit for those after the ARC fans. Christy did mention during the scene where she's fighting the big guy that he actually did hit him in that hit. Of course, didn't bother him or anything, but she was just a little embarrassed that she missed the mark. The other thing we find out is the Elysium can't say that, Elysium was not in fact an alien-based material or element that we first thought early on, that it actually is a Maddox invention. So to me, that proves, considering that Elysium is not neutralized by anything, cannot be neutralized by anything that's available, clearly shows to me that Maddox is really the genius that we see. Maybe a mad genius, but she is a genius. Again, something I was talking to Michael earlier today, when Garnett enters the weapons room where all the crystals are and everything else, and she zaps the guard, you see him fall, and on the clear tubes, you can see the floor because they're transparent. I didn't see any mats. So I don't know if this guy just fell right on the floor or, anything like that. It was something I was really cool. I even went back and rewatched. I said, maybe the mat is white to match the floor. But it was just interesting that I said, wow, that's pretty cool. That the guy, if there was no mats, he took the brunt of hitting the floor. Go ahead.
In that scene, who the hell are you?
Yes.
and she beats him. Which that line will come. There's payoff for that line a little
Oh
bit
yeah.
later. Yeah,
Yes.
I love that line.
Yeah. Um, so anyway, he falls on the floor and everything else, and then so I kind of jumped a little bit. I don't know why, but down towards I think we jumped to an episode where they're now talking about the spiders that they're trying to grow.
Okay, let
Um,
me jump back a little bit.
sure.
I may have mistaken the guards. First, she says, "Who in the hell are you?" and she takes him out, and then she lies to the guy. Did you guys get the joke? There was a subtle joke in there. The guy's name is Gary.
Hmm.
Okay, the guy has a bit of an accent, and yet his name is Gary. Think
Hmm.
about it, because then later on they say, "Hey, is that Gary?" Do you guys remember those chicken episodes? Those the ones that were on Cartoon Network, and they did the Star Wars plays, and they were the stop motion characters. Remember the stormtrooper's name? The security was always named Gary.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I
Interesting.
think it's an homage to that. And what all Gary was always to blame for everything. So I wonder if that was a tiny homage. I'm not going to say it was an Easter egg, but it was no accident. It was a security
It's
guard,
cool that you caught that.
and the others. Well, there was a lot of subtle
Yes.
stuff in this episode. I especially love the DNA comment of Bryce later. We'll get to that. But he says, Denise, I'm Denise on PsyOps defense team. Like, there's no
There's no
such
psyops
thing.
defense team.
And then she knocks him out, and is Gary? Was that you? That is where the homage was. I felt, and then she holds it up to the guy. Says, "How's this work? I'm just a guard." And that's where he says Miss Maddox invented the material. So then you get to the spiders. So go ahead, sir. Sorry.
So no, the spiders. I'm just saying they were done very well. I mean, they're obviously CGI, or I hope they were. But a little after the arc tidbit, in reality, Stacy despises spiders, and Shalini, Dr.
Oh, you
Kabir.
mean Alicia?
Yeah, no, I'm going the actress now. And then Shalini actually is cool with them, but in the episode we saw the reverse. So again, Alicia was all over the place with the spiders, and the doctor didn't want anything to do with it. And again, beautiful effects from the effects team with the spiders. And then leave it to Alicia; she knows everything. She apparently was able to hack the Maddox weapon computer, and on a whim, decided to say it was command colon 2487TR12, and that was the code that apparently was able to hack into the computer. And if you looked at the code that they display on the screen, in case nobody happened to check this, ARC 15 has Wi-Fi. So just wanted to.
Yes, that actually comes into play. Very good, Jag. Now, I loved Miss vomiting of the mouth because she can't shut up. Alicia, she says, I'm not a hacker. I only do ethical hacking. That's
Is this ethical
right
hacking?
What this is.
Yeah, is this? I thought that was so funny. I appreciated that from her. Go ahead, Jack.
No. So I was just, I just wanted to know how they got Wi-Fi, out in space, but it was interesting to see that. Just a side point, with ARC 15 being so advanced, in my opinion, right? It had the weapon and it was launched later. I was impressed that it just a shutdown, a boot up, and a backdoor password was able to get, they were able to get access to it. I would have thought ARC 15, but you know what? Now that I think about it, they weren't really secure frenzy on ARC 15 at all. They were too proud of themselves. They were walking around like no big deal. We talked about it in the last episode. They didn't have the alarm on the airlocks, or so they were like walking around supreme. And I guess that was why they probably didn't think about the computer
And you know what it
system.
was, Peg?
Hmm.
No one in that future universe has seen Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
That's what it was.
Yes, the command.
Yes. They should have had, with all the art and everything they had, they should have had a theater on ARC 15 to show that movie. What I say. What I think. So let's talk about Angus. What an incredible display of acting from Ryan, in that he is struggling to try to escape the room he's in, and he's clearly showing contempt and just complete get away from me, Kelly. But he just showed it so well, and that actual acting ability impressed me even more as it went to the whole dinner with the mother, and then at the end, what happened with Kelly and Angus in the hold-up room. But I think Ryan, I think that's why he said he called it his favorite episode. I can see why, because he definitely showed some dynamic acting range and spectrum there. Go ahead, sir.
Did you guys get the feeling in this scene where Angus is like trying to get out of the room and then she walks in? Remember I commented last week that I didn't hear the music? Well, when Kelly walks in, the look that she had, did you guys hear the Terminator music in the back?
No, I didn't hear the music.
It wasn't exactly the Terminator, but go back and listen. It was an homage to it. I swear I saw the Terminator walk in when Kelly walked in.
It'd be cool if Fred Curry is watching and see if that's the case. That would be cool.
It felt like that music from the second movie and a little bit in the third. And I was, oh, man. So that last thing you ever do, I wonder if it'll come back. But that's the first hint. Go ahead. I think that's the Terminator music. But anyway, go on.
And then we find out Kelly was actually raised by her father and not by her mother, and that he died when he was 11. So that was interesting, a little background story on Kelly. Then we also find out that Evelyn kept building arcs after the GSA fell. And that's where I started thinking that maybe Evelyn and Helena may have had some similar traits, but just maybe different objectives, because they were all trying to go towards a specific goal in their own way. And it may look evil. It may look like, it's morally wrong, but it looks to me both Helena and Evelyn were kind of striving in the same direction, in the same objectivity of reaching a goal, but maybe just differently. So that's where I kind of saw a parallel.
Oh, I appreciate that. Richard, Michael, any comments on the scenes? Jump in. Or you're waiting for your particular scenes?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Waiting for Bryce.
Okay, fair enough. No, that's cool. All right, by all means.
Oh,
now, she's still playing up to him. She calls him a brilliant scientist. And again, also says only 5 arcs without her. And then she says, let's have dinner with Mother. And what if she doesn't like me? She says, well, we'll cross that bridge. When we make that bridge.
Yeah.
I like the phrasing of that. Think about that. There is going to be a gulf. There is a gulf between them now. But here's Elizabeth's comment. Oh, and Linda, we did show your comment. But was Kelly still lying about her father, or did Maddox lie to her about who her father was? Oh, all right. All right. We're going to take a quick moment here, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 likes. Number 1, the aforementioned Olivia Cooper. Thank you. We appreciate it. Bobby Nash.
Hey, Bobby.
World-renowned author Bobby Nash. Folks, you got to look him up. This guy is amazing. Have you caught up on the arc, Bobby?
According to last night, no.
He's an awesome author.
And he's very busy right now. But
yeah,
I told him, I said he needs to get caught up for our big show next Sunday. I said, because that's going to be awesome. And I said, you need to catch up by then.
Yep.
So I'm hoping he will.
Michael, Richard, knowing what she just said right now, Elizabeth, what do you think about that? Has she ever told the truth yet?
I don't know. I mean, we know Kelly hasn't told the truth. But I don't know. I mean, but did Bonds lie, or is Kelly lying?
Well, Richard, do you think?
Well, Kelly's probably told the truth, but not frequently. But she said her father died at 11 because she was living in North America, and then she went overseas. And I'm still trying to wonder if she had time to develop some kind of an accent
Yeah.
while she was over there. I mean, not that don't have to, but I'm just usually sometimes if you go somewhere, you'll start, pick up some kind of accent. Maybe not the proper accent. They'll still know you're from somewhere else, but it doesn't matter.
Usually, honestly, at age 11, they can pick it up so they sound like a native.
That's what I'm saying. She was so young,
yeah.
Michael. That's what I'm trying to say.
I totally agree with you because I
Yeah.
experienced that working in a school, and we had many international students, and some of them that I had met, I had no idea they were from all these different countries because I couldn't tell by an accent.
Huh.
I mean, so I can totally, so I understand what you're talking about, Richard, because
Yeah.
I have, but then again, maybe that's the one she preferred.
Well, I'm just saying that even I might do that too. If I go down south, before I know it, I'm picking up a southern accent.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean you're not from the South with that country drawl of yours?
Yeah, let's go with that. Y'all come back now.
Hey, don't mess with me.
I missed you on Saturday, Richard. I definitely did.
Y'all come back now. 10-4, good buddy.
No, I was just adjusting a volume. I'm agreeing with everything they're saying.
But anyway, yeah, Michael, being 11, you should be able to, because you're still young and you're still whatever.
Yeah, but as I said, she may not have wanted to pick up that accent.
And plus, we don't know if she hung around with a lot of other children with the accent too.
Correct.
We don't know what.
We don't know.
I mean, her mom could have still had her isolated, and she just didn't pick up just listening to her mom and the help. So I don't know.
And the help.
And the help.
Do you think she's a liar? Because this whole thing about Kelly being a liar and the thing about the accent, I think it's just a cheeky way of the author, the producers, kind of say, well, why does she speak a different accent from you? Almost like in Trials and Tribulations, the Star Trek episode where the waitress tells, with all these Klingons here, I'm like, what? What Klingons? The difference between the two generations. It's just a nice way of giving an excuse for why they don't have the same accent.
At the moment, I was going to say at the moment, I don't see any reason why I think Kelly is telling the truth. She's not said or done anything at the moment to tell me that she's on the truthful side. And we'll get to it as we go down the list. But there was a part where Angus was apparently doing something in her favor, and she came back all psycho. So that's what.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we didn't get that far yet.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because then that part where Kelly wanted Angus to apologize, and he's thinking about it, and he gets and he finally gets the clicks to, oh yeah, I better play along here. I'm going out the airlock. So he turns around and says, yeah, I'm sorry. And of course, then she wants him to go to dinner. But you go ahead, Jag. But I'm just saying that was, you saw the look in his face, and everything just came on. It's like, okay, I'm going to have to play along here a little bit, or because. And Roger, when they were playing that Terminator music, I thought she slid in like an alien from the Alien movies.
Okay, it was subtle. Interesting how Richard took that. But did you hear the music though? You did, huh? I mean,
I heard the music, but the way she just gracefully slid in that door and had that little look in her face, like, do I have the butcher knife or don't I? So
I like that. I like that. That is so cool. All right, fair enough. Jag, go ahead, continue. And like I said, guys, just jump in. Oh, like light bulb. That's good, Jag. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Sorry if you heard us. I got a text here. Okay. So then we saw the ARC-15 spider room. So apparently they were in the process of trying to figure it out. If there was a Clampton's cure. Clearly, they're definitely serious about this Clampton's cure. And again, I feel sorry for whoever Garnett was coming across because they were getting zapped everywhere.
She was having fun.
Yeah, I was about. Thank you, Michael. All right, instead of Matt Damon in those 3 stories where he plays that guy that doesn't know his identity. Do you remember
Jason Bourne?
The
is
Bourne?
it Jason Bourne? Okay. Instead of it, Garnett being in Jason Bourne mode, what are we going to call this? Because in this episode, Garnett, this isn't a sexist thing. She's just beating the holy living crap out of everyone.
Serenader?
The entire episode.
Serenader?
Wait a minute, what was that? Serenader?
Serenader?
Hey.
Or Garnetator or whatever, because I mean she was just wiping the entire Arc 15 crew.
Okay, Elizabeth, let her know that we are on YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry, computer issues. Oh, don't matter. She can watch us on her phone. You know, I mean, the rest of us don't have a life, so hey, she can do this. Remember, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, and we're on Facebook, and whatever works best. So you can.
And then probably on Arc 15's theater as well, somewhere. So we could
They
be
have Wi-Fi. Yes.
via Wi-Fi. That was
via
good.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
All right. Notice how in this episode, Garnett literally just does not take anything from anyone. Each person she beats up can't even finish the sentence.
Nope.
And then they're on the floor.
She was there for a mission.
She was in
basically
Serenader mode. That is so funny, buddy. I like that one, Serenader mode.
Serenader. Because she was after to try to figure out the whole weapon. She was there for she accidentally found out the spiders, but she was there for Angus. So to try to save Angus. So when she's focused,
and that was it.
Yeah. And we'll get into that.
The thing about with Sharon's running around the hallway is that big cut on her forehead, and no one seems to care. It's like, wait a minute.
No, that's a good point, Richard.
One guy did, and the hallway.
Yeah, he went like that.
That tall kid.
Yeah, but he didn't say anything. No one's, but I mean, she has this cut on her head, and I don't know. Maybe they are that cocky, Jag. I mean, maybe they are, and they just thought she's in security, so she got hurt.
Got hurt doing something,
or she bumped her head against one. Bumped her head somewhere in the Jeffries tube. I don't know.
So here's I'm glad you brought that up, Richard. How long ago did she get that hit? Like episode 9, I think, when she got hit because of the mutiny.
I thought it was
and it still hasn't healed. So I thought it was.
But if you think of the timeline,
there's not that much time hasn't passed yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
that's true.
And that's fair, Jag. But I think, we're all on this. That this has been like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
It's been happening.
Because there was one episode where she had the solar radiation, and within the end, that same episode, she was cleared up on her skin by the end. And so I
agree with you, Jag. If this would have been days, it might have been a little bit more faded. But we're talking mutiny to Arc 15.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going back. I mean, this is not. I mean, I know everyone's going when you watch them this way week to week, you kind of lose track of the timeline and because to you it's been a week, to them it could have been 2 hours, or maybe an hour if you're watching 24. But
that's true. Richard, did you write this episode? Just want to make sure. You're awesome. That's awesome. That's a perfect explanation.
Well, it
makes sense.
Yeah. But she was in there all by herself, and she was getting it, and she did get it done. I mean, but anyway, go ahead, Jack.
No. So
thank you, Elizabeth. It's been a short span of time.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Hours. And by the way, thank you again, Tiffany Weiss. Sorry that you can't see us, but you still can give us a like, though. And we got Charles Gordon. Thank you, Charles, for the like. And once again, folks, we actually
really, you're not missing anything if you can't see us. So.
No.
Oh, that's true. Well, hey, she probably wouldn't even recognize me if she was watching, so it's all good.
Well, she is missing the pretty background behind me, but
there we go.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's okay. That's 1 point for you, Michael.
Michael, looks like Helena's peeking up over the side, at the top of your head.
I know. She's watching me.
That is funny. The second arc that was blown up.
Yeah, but Kelly has her eyes on you too there, Michael. You better watch out.
You
got the two bad girls of art targeting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't exist.
So they're going to give you a head massage. I don't know which one, Michael.
She might have a gun. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
that's true.
right. That is right. She probably does. But folks, let us know who you are and where you hail from. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday night. It is 6:41 p.m. on April 16th, 2023. We are having a blowout. I mean, just an absolute blowout next week. We're going to take a quick moment. Michael, if you're ready to go on that. Oh, she's missing the sexy men on screen.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Which screen is
them.
she looking at?
Yeah, what are you watching? Are you watching
What are you
two things
watching?
at once, Elizabeth? Come on.
Richard, she's
She's
probably
watching
thinking
Brad
you're.
Pitt on.
join us?
She's watching Brad Pitt on YouTube.
No. She's probably thinking that you're Bryce.
Oh, yeah, well,
Oh,
yeah, sure.
you probably are the closest one. Yeah.
You're the closest one to Bryce. So.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, sorry, Tiffany, but thanks for listening to us. Still can give us a like. Folks, give us a like. You know what to do. We need them. We're insecure. And allegedly, all evidence to the contrary. Thank you, Elizabeth. But
Thank you.
we still need the likes. And Richard, please, before Michael makes the announcement, do your shtick, buddy.
Okay, everybody, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with all the ARC action here with the guys and the people in the chat room. It's cool, baby.
Ooh, I like that.
Wow. Even
That's
I'm
our next promo.
tingly on that one. I think we're going to have to record that one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Good. Michael, what's happening next week?
Oh,
Boy,
next
oh, boy.
weekend we've got wonderful things going on.
Are we watching a foreign film, folks?
Yes.
Did you catch that? The delay between the video and the speech.
Yeah, I know it's terrible because it happened again. But anyway,
You were saying, Elizabeth?
He's
His Wi-Fi.
whatever. Oh, yeah,
Oh, it's his wife.
Whatever.
it probably is, honestly.
Yeah, well, watch out for Godzilla, Michael.
Let's not discuss Godzilla. So
It's not discuss Godzilla.
no, we cannot discuss Godzilla.
You're not a big fan of Godzilla?
Well, a friend of mine is, and he doesn't like to discuss Godzilla with certain people. So
Well,
folks, did you notice how the light went on all of us? That was good.
Oh, we did the surround sound thing. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell
exactly.
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah.
What's the blowout next week?
okay, so next Saturday at gotta remember what time. 3 p.m.
Next
Eastern
Sunday.
time, and I have to go because of certain people. 2 p.m. Central time,
Like,
1 p.m. Mountain time, 12 p.m. Pacific time.
Wait,
we are
this is
going-
Saturday?
Yes, remember we talked about it.
Oh, yeah. Like Roger's listening during tax season. But go ahead. You scheduled another appointment? Oh, my God. That's breaking news.
Yeah, exactly. So it will be oh God, now I've got to pronounce his name again. Oh, his character name is Florian.
he's the guy next to Kelly.
Tanasi. He's the guy next to Kelly, Tanasi. And he was in episodes 1, 3, and 7. So so you can try to catch him there. And he's a great guy. I had a little chat with him today just to prepare for next week. And he's very excited to be on. And he will also be on our next show, which is Sunday at a slightly different time
Yes.
at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. JAG time.
Thank you. I have my own time zone. Yes.
Yeah, you do. 12 Mountain, 11 Pacific. Let's see. I'm trying to get everybody's time zone. 7 p.m. UK and 8 p.m. Serbian time. Because we are going to have guests from Serbia, the UK, and Canada.
International, baby.
International cast. So, I mean, it's going to be great. As you can see all the pictures, we have Angus, we have Alicia, we have Mrs. Trust, we have Kelly, as I said, we have Florian, and we also have Griff.
Griff.
So, folks, keep that in mind. It is noon Pacific time this Saturday. for our guest. And then we are at 11 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday for the entire cast blowout. So keep that in mind. That's why it's breaking news on this one. We have 2 episodes next week at 12 o'clock Pacific time on Saturday, and then on Sunday at 11 a.m. So check out ndbmedia.net way down there. Richard, Michael, can you point down to the Chiron down there? Oh, and Jack. Oh, thank you. All right. Big stuff, folks. Big stuff. Yeah.
And if you subscribe to our YouTube, you can get notifications.
And hit that.
And hit that notification bell.
Yes.
All right. Richard is a sexy one.
What? Okay.
He's got the bell. So
I got the bell. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean, Jack? I got
Nice.
is that some kind of southern thing
we
down there, boy?
we went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh my goodness.
We're all excited.
Have you
with
messed with the
everything
cattle
coming.
again down there, Jack?
No.
You got them
Oh.
Texas Longhorns down in your backyard.
Yeah. Actually, Austin isn't that far from me, so yeah. Anyway,
You are out in the country.
I am up there. Yeah.
Mm. It's all
Um,
relative in Texas.
Hi. Are we doing homework too, or we're going to continue?
Let's continue. Remember, folks,
Okay.
we already had our favorite drink. Oh, you know what? Good, Jack, I appreciate that. Yes, you're right. Let's hit our second item. You all heard what our favorite drink is. Jag, what is our second item? What did I ask?
You wanted to know the favorite movie or book.
Wow, and there it is. And Jag, why don't you kick it off right there, please?
So I got 3 for the movie, so I hope that's okay. But I have them in order of preference. 2001, Space Odyssey, favorite movie. Close Encounters, and Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Those are my 3.
All
Really?
movies. All right. Folks, if anyone from the executive team is watching, my favorite all-time program is The Ark. That's
Very good. But you said movie.
Yes, I was very specific. I said book or movie. So I was
Have they written a book yet of it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have the rights. Who knows?
That was good schmoozing there. That's good. A little Jag has rubbed off on you. That's good.
I like it. I like it. Hey, so Michael, when is Kelly on?
Kelly is on. I gotta look at the date. It's in 2 weeks from Monday.
Yeah,
I believe the 8th.
Linda, thank you, but no. Go to NDB
Well,
Media.net.
yes. No, Sunday is Kelly with everybody else.
Yes, that's why you need to check ndbmedia.net where they all are. So thank you, though. Go ahead. So you got the 3 movies. Appreciate that. Who wants to go next? In the chat room, favorite book or movie. So everyone else. Richard, what's yours?
Yes. Let's see. There was Deep Throat. Behind the Green Door. No. My favorite movie is Star Trek 4.
Oh.
Oh, wow. The Voyage Home. The one with the
Yeah,
whales.
I mean,
That's for you, Elizabeth.
and my favorite book is Stephen King's It. So,
Oh, that is cool.
and my favorite TV show is The Ark.
Gone with the Wind.
Of course, it's a
family
close
connection.
tie. It's a close tie with Picard.
Really?
Well, if you've been watching the Picard, you would know. But
Oh, stop it. I'm around episode 5.
so anyway, Roger,
Sir,
what was the temperature there in California today?
today, well, right now it's only 66 degrees.
So
It
are
was
you
actually
wearing?
a relatively nice day today.
I just want to know
folks.
if you're wearing your thermals.
Huh. Yes, I am.
Okay, so this morning here in Ohio, it was 57, and we were outside in our shorts and short sleeves. No, so if you've been up here wearing thermals, you'd have been laughed at. But it's Southern California, different vibe.
All I can say is that when I was in Washington, D.C., and the weather was 24 degrees, I walked out, I had my thermals on, I was happy.
Well, 24, yeah, but we're talking. Never mind. You're just too used to the California heat and the surfing girls and all that stuff.
Oh, if only. If only. Mhm. Yeah, I'm out here in hell called Pomona. Michael.
It's hard for me to figure just one, but
And
even think of
Michael
any.
is a big time producer, folks. He has been involved in so many projects, both real and imagined. The imagined ones are going live right now, but the real ones. For
His
those of you that
production
know and
company.
don't know, Michael is a former educator. He is retired now and joined live, and genuinely was involved as I didn't know this. Guy's a musician. Oh, musician. Sorry. Oh yeah, he does go off from time to time. He's a musician, producer. He's a web designer. Michael is a Renaissance man, but he writes music, and he has been involved in so many productions across the globe. It is absolutely amazing to me. I'm surprised no one is doing his IMDb file.
Huh. Interesting.
Michael has done quite a bit of stuff. So
Elizabeth, are you saying you have Confederate background? I'm just kidding.
I am below the Mason-Dixon line, so yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Tiffany wants to ask Roger permission to board Arc 47. As long as thou knowest your place, anyone is welcome aboard.
Oh my gosh, Roger.
I am the resident dictator in my universe.
And the only one.
Should I post it?
I mean, you're the only one in your universe. That's
Or is that as in Tiffany wants to join the program? I'm sorry, I may have missed that. Yes.
See, but you're missing the whole thing. He said he's the dictator of this universe. So you missed the.
I thought I was damn clear about that.
Well, to me, you were.
Thank you. You're used to me being stupid. That's why.
Yeah. Well,
so,
I'm a dictator in my own universe too. So you know.
Right. So, Michael, favorite book, favorite movie? What? Which one is it?
Well, I kind of agree with Richard. Star Trek 4. However, the one I was most excited about when it finally came out was Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Just because I was so excited that Star Trek was back somehow. Because it had been gone for so long.
And that makes sense. I felt the same way with the first Spider-Man, the first Maguire Spider-Man film. Some people didn't like it, but I have been waiting 30 years for the movie to come out. Every year, Stan Lee's, there's movie's coming. That's it. But it took them. So I mean, for me, I was just happy seeing Spider-Man without his web looking like a rope. So hence going back to the 70s TV. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I know what you're saying there, Roger. And if you read the book of the motion picture, you'll also get a better understanding of the movie. At least for me, when I read the book, oh yeah, now it all makes sense. But
there was a lot on the cutting room floor. So
yeah, probably. But yeah, I mean, it was great to see Star Trek. I mean, I don't know. Some people liked it when they ran around the Enterprise for a half hour. Some people didn't. But, we saw everything but the bathrooms. So that was kind of cool. But I get what you're saying, Mike. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What else do you want to say to us?
No, that's all I wanted to say now.
Yeah, but motion picture, I mean, I still watch it. I mean.
Was it one of the better ones? Not really, but it brought Star Trek back. So that was very important.
Oh yeah, and we're lucky we got a second one after that thing.
Oh
but,
yeah.
I mean, whoo, I don't know how that ever happened, but there was a lot of things. There's a lot
miracle.
I mean, there were just too many people involved in that movie that thought they knew what they were doing, and they didn't know that we want cerebral, but we also want action. Okay. That was a good thing about Star Trek. It usually could combine both sometimes, or not always, but but anyway. It doesn't matter.
No.
But I agree with you.
it
I
doesn't
agree with you,
matter.
Mike. I mean, it's not. I don't. It's not. I don't like it. I mean, it's pretty decent. But I just like like you said, better. But Star Trek had to start somewhere.
Yeah, it did.
All right. Well, there it is, folks. Everyone in the chat room, we didn't get too many of favorite movie or book. We'd love to know. Let us know what your thoughts and feelings are. But really good stuff. We're going to get back to reviewing the episode. I did 5 pages. There, Elizabeth, 5. Count them. All right. I don't know how many pages you did this time, but just on your Twitter highlights or whatever it is, man, you've got like 40 pages. It's unreal. Jag, we can continue reviewing the episode. Folks, we're 56 minutes in. And as been, oh, good God. Oh, we're using the wrong one. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is, folks. NTV Media, where they throw the rule book out on time limits for live streams. So end it when it feels right. Yes, thank you, Nathan Sherritt. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, let us go ahead and continue. Remember, we just did favorite drink. We just did the favorite book or movie. And we'll be doing favorite song or music genre upcoming. All right, Jag, go ahead, continue. You were in the Spider Lab.
Before we go to Spider Lab, what is your favorite movie or book?
That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. I have read a great deal, and there's quite a few books. Since I'm an armchair historian, for me, it's history. And it would be very tough for me to choose a book. Contemporary right now, it would easily be the original Tom Clancy novel, which is The Sum of All Fears. That would be one of my books.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Clear and Present Danger was pretty damn good too. But The Sum of All Fears, because he was able to show how quickly it could end. And realistically, it was very well done. As far as the movie, I am really hard pressed because there's some movies, and I am really just going to go for one that really affected my life in a very difficult time in my life, and it is one of the few times that I've actually teared up in a movie. And believe it or not, it was a cartoon. And the movie is in 2002, if I'm not mistaken. It is a Disney movie. And the movie is Lilo and Stitch. The only other time I cried in a movie was when Kirk blew up the Enterprise in Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock.
Interesting.
So that goes to show you how messed up my life is. I didn't cry when Spock died. I cried when Kirk blew up the Enterprise.
I'm not Red October.
When you were doing the whole cartoon movie thing, first thing I was starting to think was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's where I was going with when you were saying that.
Oh, that's interesting. Look, being a student of history, Schindler's List, but I'm heavy when it comes to some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Schindler's List is a movie that I'll watch. Glory, oh my God, about the 54th Massachusetts Regiment. But you see, they're of a historical nature. So Glory is a big. I have to give a shout out to my buddy Peter, who introduced me to that movie. It is, oh my goodness. You know, I'm going to get lost for a moment. And the reason why I appreciate the movie Glory is because these people knew what they were doing was greater than themselves, and they readily did it. And they ended up paying the highest price of all. But by paying that price, it changed everything. The movie Glory is unreal. And I kept it without tearing up, damn it. So I'm proud of myself.
Yay.
So here we go. Go ahead, Jag. Thank you for asking me. So we'll continue, please.
No problem. So we were in the spider room. So clearly they were looking at all types of platinum cures. There was a scene I think I wrote somewhere here where it's just amazing to be. I think we went back to Lane and William in the brig, and it was just and it was just amazing. Not amazing. It was just interesting to see just how William understands Evelyn so well. It gave me that impression that they really know each other, not just that she's the adversary or the one that took over Trust Industries. It was just the fact that inside deep he knew them well. And then we meet Vuk, which is Drasco to the fans. And I didn't know exactly what he was doing to William's arm or hand until afterwards. That was the arthritis version on Arc 15.
Oh,
That was some bad. That was really. Anyway, and then we find out that Kelly isn't the only one that can set bones. Apparently, that's a big. Everybody knows everywhere in the arcs how to set bones again, because Lane was able to help out William on that. Because that was, I mean, they did a good job showing that. And that, yeah. Anyway.
okay. I do want to say about that
Go ahead.
scene, the entire engagement between it's Meredith, right? That's her name.
Evelyn.
Okay, I don't know why. Oof, don't know why that happened, but anyway, Evelyn.
Ooh, who's Meredith?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what, like, whoa, I don't know. Anyway, between Evelyn and Trust, I didn't care for the line where he says, "Well, okay to disagree." Shit, I had a flashback to Sports Talk with the guys, Big Dog and Scorekeeper, right there. Big Dog's great line is, "Well, we'll just agree to disagree." Bullshit! No, there is no agree to disagree. That is one of the lamest lines. So that actually set me off in that episode. So I know, personal problem. We'll move on now.
We want to make sure we carry all your, all your frustrations. Make sure you're clear. But it was just that we saw that interaction again between Evelyn, and you could just see that they have a history of being adversaries, and they know each other so well. Anyway, so what's up with Lane thinking Arc 1 is coming over to rescue him and William?
Oh yeah! Wow!
We're gonna come over. They're gonna come over and rescue us. I'm like, how they? Where's she getting that from?
Us.
Yeah.
You believe it? I believe it. I do believe it. He says. Now, did you guys like their line though about? I think I'm just willing to give in. Can you imagine hours of torture versus just instant death? I like the idea of instant death.
Instant death.
That was kind of funny.
But Lane was deranged.
Oh, Linda has a comment on that. What do you guys think? I believe after spending, he's willing to die.
Well, he had his finger.
Oh, yeah. After spending enough time in the brig, Trust has had a change in attitude. What do you guys think?
Well, I think he had an attitude adjustment,
after Helena.
And
he lost her team.
Well, I don't think he knows. We didn't get it that far yet, did we?
No.
Oh, get there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he doesn't know yet. He has Lance resetting his finger. Because Lance just popped that finger back in his. It wasn't broken. He just put it back in. It's just like setting his shoulder. It's no big deal. It's kind of, but you just push. Anyway, where were we? Trust. Were we talking about Trust?
Yeah, attitude adjustment.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I don't know if he. Well, he's probably right. If he helps, he's going to die. Even though she says, "Well, we're going to need you on the planet," the blah blah blah, and he's like bobo shit. So but William doesn't look like the type of person that's going to take a lot of pain like a Jack Bauer. So let me
just ask this question on to all of you. Have you noticed that once Maddox has become the central evil character, Helena, William, everybody that's been mean that we thought coming up to that episode are not as mean or as dangerous as now that we see Evelyn? Is that just me, or is that just something you all see or don't see?
I have a wonderful comment to that. Go ahead, gentlemen. Go ahead.
Well, I think so. It's like they're building. I still think Kelly is up there.
Yes, I think. Look, okay, Richard, go ahead, jump in on that.
In a way, we are. Since that the William is a prisoner, we don't look at him as a threat anymore. And we've got mother running around doing bad things, and Kelly, she's just ready to. She's just one word from Angus from throwing him out the airlock or chopping off his head or whatever the hell she does. So
Yeah,
I mean, she's a
twisted.
loose cannon. So I don't know. I mean, and in a way too, that of course, everyone was saying, well, Angus saved Kelly's mom. Well, of course, do you want Kelly in charge? I mean, come on, let's think this
Well,
through.
yeah. Okay,
Well,
now
I don't know if she would. I mean, what does it work that way? Would she be next in line? I mean, or would they have to vote somebody else in for this? I just don't know if that's just an automatic situation where she gets. I mean, is it a monarchy? I'm just trying to figure out what these things are.
monarchy. I like
So
that.
I don't know. It just I don't know.
You-
We're in. I mean, we're. I don't know. Never mind. But yeah. So that's what I have to say about that. I mean, Kelly's gonna. I don't know. I think Kelly's gonna get her revenge in the end.
Okay, now that's interesting. Folks, I was going to announce a week ago, I was going to post it in the chat room. Thank you, Elizabeth, for inviting me in on that one. Thank you for the throne as well. But I was going to announce that Michael and I had a discussion a while ago. I can safely say this: Michael will not reveal, and I will not reveal. But way back in episode
Six,
five,
5 or 6.
5 or 6, Michael did tell me, and he named one. So I kind of want to put it out there. And if you do trust, Freudian slip, if you guys have faith in us in keeping it, we're going to keep it quiet only because we're interviewing so many people, and it's kind of unfair to call it. So that's why we're keeping it quiet. But Michael did say back in between 5 and 6 that a particular actor or character would be offed. So I'm going to leave it at that. He did call it on the next week. We'll discuss it, but he did say that. But going back to this theme for Kelly, Michael, I'm with you on that. They're setting her up to be ruthless, 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 and she's going to be collecting when Mama passes on. Because they let us know later in the episode when you're having heart attacks, that's the end game.
That's right,
And
because of what Richard's friend Bryce went through.
yes, now
Mhm.
also remember that the doc. Okay, I'm jumping ahead now, so I apologize.
Yeah.
But the doctor says it a little bit later. He says, "Oh, you didn't know that your mama had Clemson's? I mean, she's had 3 heart attacks in the last week." So that was a major hint that her time is very, very near. Okay,
Well,
so
just
I
real
believe
quick.
she's the next enemy.
Yeah, what I'm trying to figure. Well, I'm just thinking that they're gonna. Arc 1 is going to get this uh, antidote ready, and they're going to use it to trade for Lance. So, and that means that Mother is going to be alive for this trade. Doesn't mean she won't die, but that's going to be their bargaining chip when they finally get this vaccine to work on the Clampus.
Oh,
I almost keep saying Krampus instead of Clampus.
that's
But
okay.
it's
Elizabeth says, I don't think Kelly would ever be in charge. Linda says, I don't think the rest of the crew is going to take orders from a dictatorial brat kid unless someone has a gun and people are loyal to her. I don't know. Without Helena, Marcia says, I think William is going to be a bit weaker for a while. I do wonder if Kat and William will get together publicly. Okay, I'm going on record again. Helena is not dead.
that's what I've been saying.
Yep.
What I've
Thank
been.
you, Richard.
I mean,
Just
I was
because
saying-
Michael's blocking her out in his little poster board thingy.
I was
behind-
saying that last week. I wasn't quite sure, and
Well, the episode is making sure, and they're writing by saying that they have confirmed or confirming that Helena is dead.
as
but
a matter
I-
of fact,
but
well,
they're
in this
throwing
episode,
us
yeah,
because
they say
keep
she bled
mentioning
out.
her death.
They said she bled out, but
I'm just thinking
I just
the episode went
can't
out of their
buy it.
way.
I just can't get it. I just
Okay.
can't.
That's fair. Look at what Elizabeth says on that one. But offing Maddox is clear to her. I think it will be someone we don't think. Okay, that's fair. Oh, Michael, do you want to go ahead? Oh, no.
No.
Let's finish the episode.
No.
Finish the episode because Michael has an idea how it's going to end. Episode 12.
Okay.
Right.
So, so again, the whole Lane thinking that they're going to come and rescue him and William. That was just what the heck, dude.
Oh, she's really murdered, huh?
And then, so then Kelly is working hard to convince
Yes.
Mom that Angus is a cool guy and that he can be a very valuable asset to Arc 15. And I'm just wondering what really happened to the other friends in the past when they say none of them lasted too long. So
Yeah.
I was just like, I wouldn't want to be Angus right then and there.
Yeah, none of her friends last too long. Have you asked her about that? It's interesting. There was a subtle thing about that. Go ahead, Michael.
But think about that. She may be saying that, but maybe Kelly off them because she got tired of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. She said, "Did she tell you about that?"
Did she tell you about them? Yeah. So it's like, is she
Yeah.
off them? Not mommy dearest off them. Or
Mommy
whatever.
dearest.
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, going back to the other scene where they're talking about the mature spiders, a couple of hours on the.
Oh, let's
then
get
they're
away
also
from the
talking on
spiders.
the bridge.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I didn't care for that too. Some of
Really
the effects
quick.
were okay, but then when they closed in on the spiders, didn't care.
Okay, real quick though, they did mention the other two components.
Yes,
was-
that's what I was going to go back to.
Yeah, so it's potassium aluminum sulfate and formaldehyde. And then I went on the internet being geeky jag. In case anybody want to know what potassium aluminum sulfate was, it's for water purification, leather tanning, dyeing, baking powder, deodorant, aftershave treatment as a septic for minor bleeding from shaving. That's what that particular element is used. And then formaldehyde, we know. And then for formaldehyde, we all know from biology and high school, but also a fertilizer, can be used as production of paper, plywood, food preservative, and antiseptics. So there's your DLC or JAG LC lesson of the week for the Arc.
Oh, folks, we have something new. That we just had the JAG DLC. All right. I like that. Now, they were on the bridge when they're talking with Garnett about that, and then everyone looks to Bryce. He's like,
Mhm. Do I
"Hey,
have mustard?
what did yeah?" I would have said, "What do I have mayo on my face?" That would have been a little more appropriate, but that's neither here nor there. So, do I have mustard on my face? That was funny.
Yes, that was
All
funny. So we go back to Evelyn, and she has a heart attack, and Angus apparently knows and luckily knows how to do CPR. But that was our, if anybody had any doubt, which I don't think anybody did from prior episodes, that Evelyn does in fact have clampkins. It was confirmed not only by what we saw, but the doctor was there letting it out of the bag. Kelly obviously not understanding why Mother would keep that. Anyway, so that was our big reveal. Yes, Mr. Roger, you go ahead. I mean, Mr. Richard, go ahead. Sorry.
You do that shit again. No, just kidding.
Open the airlock.
Just kidding, bro.
Well, going back to when Mother had the heart attack and Angus saved her, I mean, there was some chatter like, well, why didn't he let her die?
Right. And he said,
And-
I'm with Arc 15 now.
Yeah, but
You didn't want
the
to
fans were saying, but there were people that were saying he should have just let her die, but that's not Angus. And plus, it's also part of the long game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't know he's going to get rescued in the second half of the episode. He thinks he's there for a while, so he's playing the long game, and so he saves her to get more loyalty. So I mean
That, but I
And
also
that's-
think it's just deep in within Angus to just do the
Yeah.
right thing.
I think it was.
it's
That was
also
my
part of
first
the
idea.
but it's the long game too.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it worked out for the long game. But I think just with what we've seen with Angus's character throughout the entire season, I think that's just him being Angus,
Yeah,
saving no matter who it is.
But you should have. But you all noticed that Kelly just stood there.
Yeah, well, and maybe she didn't know how to do CPR.
Oh, let's go.
Well, she
with
just
it.
knows how to
Let's-
kill
let's-
people.
Let's go with another theory.
Yeah, she's good at killing people, not
You're
saving
going to
people.
tell me Kelly does not know CPR?
Well, she did set Lane's nose.
No,
So
I'm just saying that Kelly
Thank
wasn't
God I
going to
didn't
do
call him.
anything, and she was probably just going to let her mother die. But so if Angus would not have stepped in, Kelly would have just watched it happen and went about her business.
I
You
mean,
know,
it could have been that Kelly wanted her mother to die so that
That's
she could
yeah,
take control.
exactly.
Uh, Yeah,
But I know
but
Angus. Angus saved her because no matter how bad she is, he was going to do it. But it's also people. I think someone just asked, well, why would he save her if he want? But sometimes it's just a long game too. You're like, well, I got to make sure I stay in, and if she dies, all hell's going to break loose.
but later we see technically, well, not actually later. It's actually in that same scene. Kelly walks up to and hugs uh, Angus, because she's obviously grateful.
yeah, but did you see the hug she gave him?
Yeah, I mean, it was maybe that's the best hug. Maybe it's the best hug she can muster. No
Think about
offense.
that. Either she has social issues, or there's no, forgive me for lack of a better word because I don't know any better. There's no life, there's no tenderness, there's no nothing. It's like it's an inanimate object. And it was a great point that when her mama hit the floor, she was just like, like a Terminator. It's like, oh, next one down. Got to go after John Connor now. Think about that. It doesn't understand. And look, the way she treats Angus, it's antiseptic. There is no general warmth in there. It look at the picture. She's a machine, or
Oh, God.
she's a what? Clone?
A clone.
Yeah.
Um,
Now Linda
now,
Very
says
bad.
because her
yes,
mother did
did
nothing
nothing
but
but
insult
insult
her.
her. Yeah.
Okay,
Left
yeah.
her for dead. Left her for dead.
Okay, look. There are people at my. Oh, she's a sociopath. She has no emotions. Okay, does that make me one because I didn't recognize it? Or does it make me one because I did recognize it?
I don't know. You're your own dictator in
But,
your own world. So.
but there's a lot packed
Show enough.
into that scenes. I mean, there's a lot packed in there because
And there's another reveal because then we find out Angus's point of view of the almost dying and the Clampkins that we apparently got just confirmed, where he says, "Oh, that's why you hate trust," because he says that to Evelyn. That is kind of a light bulb in his head going, "Oh, that's why you hate trust because you have Clampkins."
yeah,
I missed that. I heard it.
kind of said it out loud there, didn't?
Yeah.
But he wasn't wrong. I mean, how many people?
No, but I mean, it was just
how
interesting
many
because
people
if
with
he hadn't
Clampkins
said
hate
that,
him? I mean, he's got Bryce on his ass too. I mean, come on, it seems like,
that if he hadn't
So
said that in his character or just being brought up, I would have never maybe casually made a collection of the fact that maybe that's why Evelyn does hate Bryce. I mean, William, because I got me into Bryce now. It's like, what the hell?
once she sees Bryce's six pack, she's not going to hate him.
Oh no, they're not. They're going to save Arquan. No, we're gonna keep Arquan.
But anyway, yeah, go ahead, Jag. What's next?
No, and just another interesting thing. And I think this is more production, but before the whole heart attack scene and after that heart attack scene, the alarm is going off on Arc 15.
Oh yeah,
But
she blamed Angus on that. She blamed Angus.
And in that scene where Evelyn and the whole heart attack, there was no red lights, there was no alarm. So I just made a note. I said, I guess the ship alarms are silent or don't work in Evelyn's room, because prior and after the alarms were just blaring, and I just noticed it was real quiet. But I think it's because they wanted to make sure that we heard, or production wise. So I get it. I get that.
Now, in that scene, remember, they also say, they allude to it, that space travel seems to exaggerate the disease.
Yeah.
So the whole idea of going to whatever the planet 128,
Ross 128b.
Ross 128b, he would not have made it in a week. And that's where they mentioned the third heart attack in the last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where Angus says, well, I'm loyal to you now. Mm-hmm. And earlier in the episode, he says, why? Because she's here. Because Kelly's here.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, that was good stuff.
And that's also why she probably wants to get that planet rotating, because she wants to get out of space. That's why she's pushing Brilliant. Look, get your toy working here. Get this damn thing a spinning, so I can go down.
That is an excellent point, Mr. Richard.
Oh, thank you.
That is an
Mr.
excellent
Jag.
point.
Thank you, Mr. Jag.
Because I didn't even think about
I
the
should
fact
put
that
them together.
low cosmic radiation and the exposure of space is what exacerbates Clampkins. What did I miss? And you're laughing over there?
I'm having a good time here.
Oh, okay. That's good. Good for you.
Yeah, look the other way.
I'm trying to.
Lay the other way.
No,
There, look to your right.
no, because I'm reversed on my screen. So
Yeah, I know. That's why
Yeah.
you're looking the wrong
that
way.
is that better?
There it is.
Right.
Come
Now I'm
on.
looking opposite. So anyway,
It's opposite day. Remember school?
yeah, it's opposite day. Yeah.
Maybe
So
you're
anyway,
supposed
that's amazing how we were all able to pick up all that from just that one little scene in the Evelyn, Clampkins, heart attack, Angus. That's cool. And then what Richard said about how she's desperately wanting to go to the planet and making it start rotating because she needs to get away from space. So,
it would be nice if both doctors can eventually work
yeah,
together.
I kind of like that
Dr.
doctor from
Kabir
Art
needs
15.
Well, I
kinda
personally like Dr. Rogers, but what do I know?
I kind of like that doctor. I don't know his name in the episode, but I kind of liked him in that episode.
Oh, she does mention his name.
I'm trying to remember it.
But since it was a guy, I didn't write the name down.
Yeah.
I'm old and sexist.
So then we move on to Garnett doing her
He had a
Sharonator.
Latin name, didn't he?
I don't remember. I should have written it down.
Yeah, this guy. I know. What am I going to remember? Dr. Marsh.
Thank you, Marcia. Leave it to the fans. Thank you, Marcia.
Dr. Marsh. Yeah.
But did they mention the doctor's first name? I kind of thought they did.
Don't remember him. I barely remembered
Maybe
even
the guy's
Marsh.
name is Euthanagiae or what it was.
Yeah, you showed that giant doctor.
Well, the thing is, Marsh is his first name and Mello is his last name.
Oh, okay. Well done. Move on.
They're good. So we see Sharonator again going up to a guard, and I love the quote, "Let me into the brig, or I'll find a real creative way to use this." And he's
yeah.
he's like, and she was pointing, so.
She
still
was
shocked.
pointing down at his crotch. I mean,
Yeah, she ended up, shocking him anyway.
Yeah, it went from her neck to his crotch, from her.
Yeah.
And then and if you have that kind of genitalia, I guess you don't want something.
Yeah, we're going to move on, Richard. We're going to move on, Richard. We're just going to move on. We'll get you your price. We'll get the price of six pack.
This is scientific, important information. We better move on. Yeah,
we were going to move on.
Let's move on.
So once Sharonator, right, goes into the brig, Lane still thinks that Garnett is there to rescue him and William. I'm like, what the heck, dude?
Yeah,
I just couldn't believe that. Oh, there you are. You're here to rescue us. I'm like, what?
No. And the thing is, she didn't hesitate. No, I'm not. I'm here for Angus.
Yeah.
She didn't even beat around the bush.
The look on her face.
They're like, what?
And she said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's still holding that whole
mutiny
against him for some reason, but it's only
Now,
been 2 hours. So
now here's a thought.
Go ahead, Mr. Michael.
Since Angus was having those fantasies about Sharon didn't have fantasies because the water didn't affect her. Would she have been having fantasies about Angus?
Whoa, wait. Hold. Okay, let's back up a moment to clarify.
Do I really need to say it again?
Well, hey, I'm an old guy. Come on. Which the funny thing is, folks, you notice how I call everyone young man, and it turns out that I'm probably the youngest one of all of us. We spoke for like 2 hours after the last episode. That was sad, folks. The four of us spoke for 2 hours.
We have no life.
So, what were you saying, Michael?
I was saying, going back several episodes,
Tangents.
With the comet water, people were hallucinating, having fantasies. Angus had a fantasy about Sharon.
Right.
Now Sharon wasn't affected by the comet water.
Mm-mm.
So I said, if she had, would she have had fantasies about Angus? Because she really likes Angus.
But
So
she's
she
a
was
clone.
going to.
But I think she likes her.
So
I like.
what?
I think she likes like
So
a
what?
mother-son kind of thing.
But you can't
She's not
control your
that much
dreams.
older, pal.
You can't control
I
your
mean, you know what I'm
dreams.
saying? Protective.
Yeah, but you can't control your dreams.
Well, I know
Yeah.
you can't, but I'm just saying maybe.
I'm
maybe
talking
if
to
Sharon-
Jag.
I'm not
No,
knocking.
but
I'm not knocking what you're saying, Michael. I'm just saying. I think it's more.
I think it'd be kind of.
I
Well,
don't
maybe
think
season
so.
2.
I don't think so because he's a little bit younger and young, unless because right now I don't know, Angus might have some kind of MILF thing going on, but
It would be an older sister thing going on, dude.
whatever. But we don't want to go to that Kentucky area. So I don't know, Michael.
We just lost our audience. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We
Well, I
just,
thought it doubled.
Oh, they doubled.
Oh, very good. Oh, because I brought the other family members in.
Oh man, I'm gonna move on.
well, that's
And then Richard, go ahead.
that's a good question
Late.
That was a good question, Dom.
to ask her if she's ever on the show. There,
Yeah,
I'm
Mike.
trying.
You can ask her that straight up. And
So
we'll
this
sit back
is
and
just-
watch.
As we continue, no, not offending anything, but as we continue, the writers really want to ingrain in us from the discussion of William and Garnett that Helena apparently
Right.
still did not make it. So that is, I think, the
He
writers.
bled out.
She bled out and doesn't think she's alive because had she gone to Ross 128B, there would have been a better chance. It would have been this whole deal. And so that was just, in my opinion, the writers trying to infuse in us that Helena did die.
Right. Now, also, Trust blows up by saying, did anyone try? And she immediately says, okay, look, a-hole. If you want to
Yeah.
blame someone,
Blame yourself.
Yeah, that was like, in the workplace, we call that a bitch slap. So it was
Yep.
a great response.
Yep.
And
Yeah, but still, Kat did try to save her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she was trying to stop the
She
bleeding.
was knocking on the door. Well, she put that and then she knocked on the door. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying she was trying to help her before, but they
They were good friends for 15 years. Would
Yeah.
you do that for a good friend?
Yeah, but I mean, eventually William's going to find out that Kat did try to muster some kind of help, but she just didn't lay there with no one around her.
No.
But still, I have hope that she's not dead yet. I mean, this is a pretty rushed over death thing. It's not like it's like she's dead. Let's move on. That's like okay, but anyway, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think that was just the writers trying to ingrain in that because maybe there is that kind of reveal later that maybe she didn't really die.
Oh, and by the way,
Or it could just be another red herring.
it could very well be. And breaking news! Think
Yes.
about this: the actor Mercedes de la Cruz has gone silent again. Okay, think about that. In
Maybe her
real
wor-
life,
Maybe her wrist device quit. I don't know. So I
maybe.
don't know. Man,
Oh, there was a scene where Garnett or the Sharonator picked up the other wrist device from that
Yeah.
card, which was really cool. She was paying attention.
so you're talking about the first time or the second time? Because she
I don't
did the
know.
first time to enter the weapons room.
She kept doing it numerous times. Good for her.
Good for her.
Different
Okay.
access.
So then we had the Bryce fainting or collapse, and that whole scene there, and it was just cool to see Felix just like jump on top of the desk and everything. Everybody's just rushing to him, so they're going to go off and do some tests, and then we go to the scene where they go back to Angus's room, and Kelly is just hugging him and showing him all kinds of affection, and Angus is just he's holding that contempt as much as he can. But we really saw the super psycho of Kelly when she says, I don't trust when things go my way. And
She says
Go
one
ahead,
little
Roger.
thing. You saw what I did to Helena Trust. If you betray me, it'll be the last thing you ever do.
Yep.
Sleep tight. Like, wow, she
Yeah.
is psycho.
And then his reaction's like,
Oh, by the way, Michael, it was at that moment when I was like, yeah, damn you, Michael.
and then you
Favorite
can
joke.
just see that Michael, sorry, that Angus is just playing along like we talked earlier. To say the long game, he's just hanging on to an opportunity, and he's just like, okay, yes, or whatever. Because remember earlier on, he was just, it looked like he was just head over heels over her. So clearly he's woken up. Um, so then we go to that scene. Who didn't think that Bryce and Eva were going to make up? I mean, I think it was eventually going to happen where they were going to make up. And so that's when we see, and I got to give it to Alicia. She just knows everything. She knows how to extract and create concoctions and hack computers. And I mean, she's a super, super kid.
And they assigned her to the garbage.
Yeah,
Right.
the waste
Waste
management.
management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
You
she
meaning to ethical hacker.
Yeah, but
She's,
now she can hack and she can create cure
Yeah.
or potential cure, and she's obviously very
Well,
needed.
she's the ship's Mary Sue.
Yeah,
and she didn't get in any of those
Is
other
she
jobs she
really?
applied.
I mean, it seems like that's what she does. I mean, not that I'm complaining, because I love the character, but I just think that almost any time the ship gets into or the crew gets into a tight squeeze of that kind of nature, she's there. The doctor should be the one that should be concocting this, right? We know that she's having issue with addiction and all that stuff, but it just seems to me, I agree with Richard again, that it's clearly that they're making her be. Look what. So let's talk about that scene. Bryce has, they inject him. First of all, before we go further, do you think the doctor made the right choice in allowing Bryce to say, "Give it to me anyway"?
Well,
We're all on the episode here, Roger.
McCoy has, he's made that kind of decision before. So
Right, McCoy, very good. That's not the first time you call her McCoy, huh?
What?
The doctor.
Oh no, he's referring to Dr. McCoy.
Dr. McCoy. TOS.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's see through.
It's tax season.
Yeah, it's tax season. All year round for Roger.
Actually, it is now, in a way, thank God.
It
But
is.
also, I
It
hate
is
my
a way.
life. But
So what were you saying, Jack?
I was just saying, what did y'all think? You think it was ethical? You think it was, do you give in to a patient demands or requests, or do you follow your ethical medical oath?
Well, real quick here, I'm just going to say that she was being hit from both sides, from Bryce and Alicia. And she's still struggling with that addiction. It's still driving her crazy. It's not an excuse. It is unethical. I don't know. I don't care if, every patient says that, well, I'm going to die anyway. Just give me the shot, doc. And they say, no, there's legal liability. Well, maybe there's no legal liability anymore since they're out in space. Maybe that's all gone away. So who knows?
Okay. I was just wondering what you all thought about that little choice.
It is unethical because it should have been tested. And if he would have died, he would have died. It would have been sad. I mean, that's
no more six pack. No more six pack for you. Yes,
that's true. So, I mean, what about you, Michael? What do you think about all that?
I mean, that's a tough one because I can see his point because, I mean, he got scared. He got really scared when that happened, and he, with all the stuff, and he was thinking, if I don't have this soon, I'm not going to be here. So why not take a chance? And if it does cure immediately, then why not?
Roger?
I'm willing to acquiesce to that argument, but then again, she is still a doctor. She's professional. I appreciate that comment, Elizabeth. I think it was well written, but I would have no, because she knows the symptoms of Clemkins, Doesn't she even say it later? Oh, no. The heart attacks are in the end phase. So he's not having them yet.
Yeah, true.
Well,
but
hey, the workaround
He
was
did
that
code, though.
the workaround is that he should have said he had COVID, and they would have just given him a shot immediately. They would not have screwed around. They wouldn't have to be any testing. They just, oh, here you go, here you go, here you go. But
Well, maybe this is the
Oh.
show's way of doing that. But
You know what? I apologize, folks. He hadn't coded yet. That's right. Duh. So, but I just don't. I mean, look, I understand she's still nervous and stuff, and she's going through the withdrawals. And if this program is as even Elizabeth said, that even though it's weeks for us, it's just been hours. I could see that she's still having those issues, but come on. Yeah, she was risking his life.
okay, well, good. I'm glad we had that little because I was kind of
Well,
Elizabeth Cooper bows to you, Roger. Richard.
wow.
Oh, that was a
wow.
Freudian.
my
Sorry.
God, all night long I've been known as Roger.
Yeah,
Oh,
but Roger
thank
called
you.
you Roger.
Thank you.
That's bad.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Do you want to do the other question, or you want to continue your homework?
Why, thank you, young man. We're going to get to the third one now, folks. And the third question was favorite song or music genre. I'll take this one right now. Folks, I comment about the music. We've had this conversation about these episodes. And for me, I am into the musical types that you see in movies. So I'm into soundtracks. And I am into show tunes as well. Both comedy, drama, whatever. But some of the best bits of music, James Horner, Star Trek 3. When you listen to the Enterprise, it's called Stealing the Enterprise. It's an 8-minute and 8-second soundtrack. How do I know that? Or track? Because I know that track. And it is melodic. It is aggressive. It is modern, traditional. So I'm always listening to the music in the background. So I'm into soundtracks. But I also have an affinity for TV shows, their intros. So, but Stealing the Enterprise is one of my favorite. But as far as music, I actually did like Clear and Present Danger, the music of the movie, and I did like First Contact.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, epic, fine-sounding music.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my favorite song, and Voyager was good too. Intro.
I was going to say.
Michael.
Well, since I'm working on a musical score right now, I can't even think about anything that I like because my mind is so trying to get some stuff done. It's supposed to be done 2 weeks ago. But this silly podcast trying to get guests has been driving me insane.
Oh, here it comes.
But anyway, what I have been listening to recently, and honestly, it's because of past guests that Roger and I have had on Monday Night in America for the last couple of years. I made a very good friend that we had on the show who is a musician and he's a performer, and I really feel privileged that I've gotten to know him. I mean, I saw him on a video clip years ago. It's almost been like 3+ years ago now. Since I was not doing well health-wise, I was up all night and I got bored. So I started listening to some of the video clips of musicians, singers that have been on some of the song contests across the world. And I was impressed. I hadn't watched any of those shows up until then. And so I ran across this guy, and I was very, very impressed with him. He's from South Africa. He was on The Voice South Africa, and he had been totally blind since he was 17. He was blind, I think it was 50% when he was 5 years old, and had multiple surgeries and nothing worked. But he had such a positive outlook on life. It was infectious. And I mean, I was so impressed with him. I wrote him and I said, I really enjoyed the clips that I saw from The Voice. And I didn't expect him to write me back, but he did. And about 7 months after that, I interviewed him on Monday Night in America. And I mean, we've become really good friends. I mean, we talk every week. And, you know, I mean, and I'm really impressed with what he has been doing. And he's getting ready to, I mean, COVID really messed him up because he couldn't perform. And that's his major source of income. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he had such a positive attitude, and he's getting ready to, he's got some new songs coming out, and I'm hoping to get him back to have him interviewed again. I'd really like to interview him again, just because, and Roger couldn't make it that time when I interviewed him. So I think Roger would like to interview him too, because Is
that the only interview? That's the one I've missed two.
You missed two, but that was one you missed, yeah. And it was too bad. But anyway, wow. So I listened, and his name is Vernon Barnard, if anyone wants to look him up.
Really good stuff.
I mean, half of his songs, or a little more than half, he does do in Afrikaans. So he's done some in English, and all of his new stuff now that he's coming out with is going to be in English. And he's very excited about that because he really wants to try to hit the international market. So that's just out there if anybody wants to look him up. I mean, it's really cool stuff. And the other one that we did, Wes Mack, country artist from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a surprise. I mean, I went, country artist from Canada? I did not know that country music was really big in Canada. I
heard Calgary is kind of like Texas. That's what I heard.
Yeah. And I was so surprised.
Version of Texas. Yeah. Actually, they do in Alberta and Edmonton. They have like, is it a rodeo or is it a rodeo?
Rodeo.
No, that's in California. That's Rodeo Drive.
No, sorry, Michael. Continue.
No, that's all I was going to say. But so I said, music. I said those two are, you know, that kind of, that's what I've been listening to when we had to do the interviews. But Vernon I still listen to. I'm always excited when he comes out with something new. And he actually played something for me the other day because he let me get a sneak peek, and I was going, wow, that's really good. And so, you know, so that's enough of me ranting about previous guests.
No.
The Calgary Stampede, yes. Richard.
Yep. What's going on?
Favorite song or music genre?
Well, my favorite song is Hell's Bells.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh, Hell's Bells? Is it really?
Yeah. And my music genre is hard rock, heavy metal.
I would never have known that.
Me neither.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, for God's sake.
We're being stupid. And actually, he fits the profile, man.
It does.
Yeah, that's why we're being facetious.
Well, it is what it is, I guess.
Appreciate that. Jag.
Well, Roger, you and I are going to we're going to match film soundtracks.
Holy mother of all that is commonly holy. First time ever, it's Jag and Roger. Otherwise, it's always Jag and Richard.
Or Jag or Michael. Film soundtracks. Film soundtracks, and you mentioned one of my favorite composers, Mr. Horner. Not only on Star Trek, but he also did an incredible Punch-Up Bishop on Aliens. He just made those strings do some weird stuff that you just got. That guy, we lost the legend.
Aliens is heart-pounding music. Yes.
God, he did such an incredible score. And he also did Die Hard. A little bit of the music of Die Hard was used in that at the end. Not that he did the music for Die Hard, but there's a slip of At the end, when the cop shoots the bad guy at the end, there's that little bit of Horner music.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And then, believe it or not, on the other spectrum, I like trance.
Say what?
Trance, EDM, electric dance music or electronic dance music.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, yeah. So I like both.
Wow,
Two,
folks,
yeah.
in the chat room, we had several already. We had Elizabeth saying very eclectic when it comes to, but loves, band, Eagles, and CCR.
CCR. Mm-hmm.
And Linda says Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. Folks, I do have to admit, when I saw Star Trek Beyond and that music, I love Pine as Kirk. Just, oh, excellent choice. Because that's the same music he had in the first movie when he stole his stepfather's car. Oh, that was a nice homage.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. It's very large, both music and rodeo. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Appreciate that. All right. We're going to go ahead and continue. Yeah. I think we did the sleep tight stuff, and then we were going to Med Bay.
Yeah, we did the Med Bay with the Clamptons.
Well, okay, in that scene, this is after Kelly says, sleep tight, after she warns them within an inch of his life. They're in Med Bay, and doctor is telling Alicia, I owe you. I told you so. And, oh, no, wait, that was what's-her-face? Eva was talking to him,
yeah,
right?
that's the whole Bryce Eva makeup.
Yeah, but then I love the language. She says, why must you be so negative?
It's in my DNA.
It's like, I've got Clamptons, you idiot.
Yeah,
it's in my DNA.
But Jag, I told you not to fall for me.
Okay, I missed something.
Bryce
said that to Eva.
Okay, I thought you scared me.
See, if you don't,
not in my DNA.
No, it was supposed to be a joke, not you going, okay.
Oh, okay.
What's going on here?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
But yeah, he says that to her, so that
What's
was
Roger 2.0.
But, I mean, was it any surprise that Bryce and Eva are going to make up? I mean, I didn't think it was. I mean, it was great that they did, but I didn't think it was going to be where he was going to stay mad at her forever.
Well, he doesn't have time to stay mad at anybody.
I was going to say that too.
Did he say that earlier? He said, dude, well, he didn't say dude, but he said, look, we ended when you turned your back on the crew.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to move on to the Cat and Felix scene.
Okay, now right after that, I'm so sorry. Yes, go ahead.
Yes?
Yes,
okay.
That was it.
Okay, go.
So sorry.
So we just find out that she doesn't like being confined to quarters, right? She likes people. She likes to be around with everybody and everything.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, a little cat being left alone. Come on.
So I'm just wondering, again, asking you all's opinion, even the chat room. Do you think there was anything more about that scene? It was just what it was, that just cat being boohoo in the scene? Or do you think there was something more to that we didn't see or didn't catch or something? I'm not saying there was. I'm just saying.
Floor?
Well, it just seemed like it was a weird. It almost felt like a filler scene to me because, frankly, I didn't care what Kat was doing in her quarters. So I didn't know if the fact that he brought it on to the screen, if it meant anything that I'm not catching.
Well, Kat had to earn her paycheck for that episode. So
I mean, on the logistical real side, yes.
No,
but,
I see. I didn't get that. I just got it that she was being claustrophobic and she wanted to get out.
Okay. But it just kind of
to herself.
But it was just like, this is not an emergency, and then just pretty much, but I just can't stand being around people and stuff. I just felt that those 2 minutes was just wasted filler time because we all know that Kat was really a people person, and now we all know she's in quarters.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. That's interesting. I mean, that is something.
There's got to be something more. These writers have been quite adept.
So, did she touch Felix at all?
Yeah, I mean, you notice how she tried to lure him into, wow, the reason I called you is because I want to know how you feel about your daughter and Robert and the fact that maybe they are alive or, whatever it was that she was trying to,
Oh yeah, bringing up the Kelly thing,
You
yeah,
need
to try
look
to
up the
make,
because
definition of
because for some
emergency.
reason she thought Kelly might be lying. I don't get that. I don't understand why that would
I
be
would
any
just say
kind.
that scene, I don't know if I'm missing something other than, you know, than what it
I
was.
I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to read too much into it.
In what way, Marcia? Physically touched her, or emotionally, or both? Just curious.
Did he touch? I can't remember. I think,
I
and I
don't
watched it
remember that
twice.
either.
See, I think I'm going with kind of what Linda is saying.
She had nothing to entertain her. She was super bored. Well,
And she was,
yeah.
but I'm just saying the fact that they brought it up, I mean, was it worth it unless there was some key thing in there that I missed that maybe
Yeah.
it's going to come back and bite us?
Oh,
Not in a bad way, but,
oh, you mean like we've
That-
missed stuff before?
like, Trent, that still bites me. So,
Wow. Okay. Do you
Yeah,
see
I
anything in
was
there?
rewatching. I was rewatching some of the Trent stuff the other day to prepare for next Sunday's episode.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching everything all the way through.
I think
Yeah.
Sci-Fi knew that we were going to do that, so that's why they're doing the
Oh,
marathon.
well, I had them do this night.
It's
And
interesting.
you are the man, Michael. You are the man.
Well, I see
I
that.
bow to you.
That's interesting. I mean, I guess going
What,
through
that I bowed
sci-fi,
in?
but since I go through Peacock, I can watch these things anytime I want to.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
Well, yeah,
I mean, I go through
fucking
Sci-Fi
I,
app,
yeah.
so
And I have
But-
on demand.
But of
right here
course,
on my-
but the only bad thing is Peacock has a day delay.
yeah.
But I mean, as long as I don't read too much, I won't
Oh.
I won't get spoiled by it.
He grabbed her and pulled her out
Right,
of his way.
he did. Because he was like, "What am I doing?" Almost like saying, well, "I'm wasting my time here. I got better things to do." But that was what I'm saying. The scene felt like it was a filling time, but at the same time, I'm wondering, man, and maybe I missed something, and I just
Well,
didn't catch it.
And
I guess
before
what-
I miss something, I'll be back.
Well, I guess maybe she's stealthy like a cat.
Oh, he really meant it.
Oh, I thought he. Okay, he went. We got the Roginator now, so I'll be back. Okay. I guess do we continue or do we wait for him?
Well,
No,
that's-
we
when
continue because
We
can't have
continue?
silent. We
Okay.
can't have silent air
Okay, so
unless you want to talk about mundane stuff. But
No,
other than
let's just move on to just how were you guys surprised with Angus? I'm not surprised, but he went really going messing with her head about how trying to convince to go see the Ark One prisoners that mom will be very proud. That was kind of like desperate measures, and you could see that he was trying to meet a goal of trying to get to the Ark One prisoners, but you could see he was kind of fighting the fact that Angus is our essentially a Superman, super kid, that he's very loyal, very truthful, very nice, and stuff like this, like deception is new to him. But any thoughts on what you thought with what he was trying to do to try to get to see the Ark One prisoners?
Well, I think he was just trying to do what he could because he wanted to release him to have hopefully some help with dealing with Kelly and other things. And he was so surprised when he got in there and saw who was really there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that was just,
Yeah.
it was just interesting that he
But
kind of did that ploy back.
I know what you're trying to say, but I think you're trying to make Angus too innocent, and it's not like this innocent babe in the woods thing. I mean, I think every human has things that we do, and I think in this situation he's doing what he has to do to survive and save his crew members. Doesn't matter if you got your it's like you say, I mean, like the saying goes, if you're got your back against the wall, and then plus you have that other, feed or fleet or whatever the hell it is. I can't remember what it is, but but so I just think, he played a great hand. I mean, And I was just surprised how easy it was for him to talk Kelly into it.
That's what
But
I'm saying because I didn't think I was in
used
him.
the key. But he used the trigger word, "mommy."
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. He kind of like. I mean, it was just that we've been given a very boy next door kind of persona for Angus. It was just very cool, but at the same time, a little bit surprising to see that he went to that. But I can understand why he went to that
Yeah,
because
fight or
I mean,
flight.
yeah, I can see that. We're just talking about
I
the
got a little tongue tied there. I think that I've had it too much. I don't know
poke.
what it is. Yeah,
Roger,
that's
we're
what the
talking
caffeine.
about the Angus thing, where he
Yeah.
decided to try to use mom to try to get to the Ark One prisoners. That's where we
I
are.
loved when she used the SoCal accent. Yeah, that's not going to
Not
happen.
gonna open.
I love that one. And of course, he says, "You hurt my feelings. She'd be so proud of you." Angus is becoming a
That's
conniving
what I.
little guy.
That's the one that I was talking about, where he says. Anyway, he actually does the acting of "You hurt my feelings. I just saved your mom." You know. Oh
That was great acting on his part. What
yeah.
are you talking? But see, he turned it on. Maybe he's learning from Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's getting
Learn
an
from the best.
Yeah,
excellent education.
and he's a good teacher too. I have
Yeah.
to admit to that.
So moving forward, we find out that the DNA that Arc 1 provided Arc 15 was apparently fake, which
The
I, w-
wrong spider DNA.
I did not, I did not think they would give him the real DNA. And of course, Evelyn had to kill the hostages and
Time to start killing.
start killing the hostages. And then we move back to where they start giving Bryce the Clampton cure, and again the needle thing. God, couldn't watch that. I know it's not real and all that stuff, but they sure make it look good. And
Okay, what was really cool about that was how Alicia is just so blasé about the arachnids. She says, it's called milking a spider.
yep.
And then you have to scare it a little bit. So I, in my notes, said milking a spider. And then when she said, well, we got to shock the little bastards, and, to scare them, and they'll basically let their venom out. So in my notes, I said, she made it pee.
No,
I mean, effectively, she did, right?
Does she have some Kelly in her?
At times.
But it was a
she's an
non-lethal
ethical
electric shock.
hacker. Oh, are we taking joy in the
And there were
hurting
CGI
animals?
spiders.
Oh,
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes, they were very
were
well
they
done.
CGI or were they
Yeah,
real spiders?
No, they were CGI spiders.
I don't know. I've never seen a Madagascarian brown recluse. Or what was it?
It was Mediterranean.
Oh,
brown
Mediterranean.
recluse.
Oh, well,
yeah, but
okay.
there was a time when when they
Did
would
you notice
bring
I got the angle right away, Joe?
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, all right.
There was a time when they would bring in a spider wrangler.
Oh, that's right. There were times when they had animal wranglers. Yeah.
And
Yeah, but he said a spider wrangler. I mean,
Thank you, Linda.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't understand. I wonder if she would have got bitten if she would have got the powers of a spider, and that would have solved a lot
So
of
I'm
problems.
with Marcia. I've heard a lot of comments online. Why are they still using glasses? Why are they still using all, these kind of, in this case, needles 100 years in the future? But I'm guessing
they
maybe
use
that's the
glasses.
trust. Maybe
Some
the
people
Yeah,
trust
still-
but that's the same thing with Star Trek.
Oh, you're
TNG.
beating me to it, dude. Some people
Yeah,
still
I
have
know.
Red
I know.
Max Prime.
Why is Picard bald? Why is just still male pattern baldness? And but
So I like that. I
The
like
thing-
that defense
Yeah,
because that's what everybody picks on the Ark, and then they don't see it in the
okay,
other.
Elizabeth. All right. It's extinct. But I thought they made it go extinct, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I thought. That's what it said. They said
they made it
because
go
they were
extinct,
when they
still-
found
yeah.
out that was what cured the disease, that they did.
Yeah.
They just
It-
kind of
The
wiped it
pharma
out.
companies were starting to use it more and more.
Elizabeth, it was a great answer, and I appreciate it. It was good.
Yeah.
And of course, Linda's like, yeah, CGI.
CGI.
Yes.
In the case they use hyper sprays or hypo sprays, I think.
Yeah.
And then when I go back to the Bryce wanting to cure, doctor agreeing, good idea. I think we kind of discussed that. I don't know about you. As much as I kind of said, if they kill a main character, they're probably going to find a way to bring him back. But I was still at the edge of my seat when Bryce was not responding to the what do you call it, shock treatment or whatever. I was like, oh, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? So they did a good job of that tension. And again, Alicia jumping to the rescue on that, putting the probe on there.
Marshall says it could also be to make it more relatable to us today still. And we're talking about the needles, the glass, the prescription items.
That makes sense. We still realize that Kabir is freaking out still. So she's still having confidence problems, probably related to her addiction. So I don't know about you all, but I really love y'all. I really love Felix in this episode. He was awesome, cheerleading the doctor after the whole heart attack, and the doctor thinking it was her. And so he was basically, cheerleading her on, saying, no, we move on. We're going to fix this. If it's not, we're going to do that. I really, really like Strickland in this episode. And it didn't hit me until they had to talk, Bryce and them earlier, that he really would make a good commanding officer or captain on a ship. He really would. It just didn't hit me. So I loved that about Felix and his character and in this episode. He was really good. Very good, Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. That was a pretty good kiss, though.
Yeah. But I just want to say Felix was awesome in this episode. I loved what he did and how he handled everything. And he never lost his cool. He didn't bring that up.
He took command in medbay, goes up to the bridge, says, boy the wait, kids. I'm in charge now. And he right away says, hey, Eva, get to work.
Get to work on the weapon. Get to work on the weapon.
Right. Eva, get back to work on that weapon. Yes, you're so right. That was really good stuff.
So then we see Angus go into the brig with Kelly, and that's where Angus decides to.
Okay, hold on. But Kelly
not yet
gets past security. He's like, oh, well, your mom says, oh, yeah. Hey, dumbass, you know who I am?
Yeah.
Typical line. That's how you always get a minion. Do you know who I am? Yep. I love the YouTube video. This cop pulls this guy over. He says, do you know who my father is? Cop says, what? Your mama didn't tell you?
Yeah, I think I saw that one.
Oh, God. I actually remember that scene when she says, hey, you know who my mama is? I thought that was a funny YouTube video. Sorry, way off topic. Go.
That's okay. And it was funny when Angus attacked Kelly, right, to go ahead and free the prisoners, and he's still worried about the Kelly betrayal. That she said, if you betray me, I'm going to get you back. And so he's there in this, at the door, and he's like, oh my God, she's going to come after me and so forth. And Sharon comes back and says, you did the right thing. Come on, let's go. Right. So it was just interesting.
Trust does not get his revenge.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep. He wanted to.
Yes. Okay. How do you guys feel about a vibe I'm getting regarding Felix and the doctor? Oh, yeah. Elizabeth, I think we've all been on discussing that. I almost said we've all been on that one. Sorry. Freudian slip. I think he might be attracted to both sexes. Oh, he's attracted to the person's personality and heart, not their gender.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Enlightened. I'm not that smart.
Yep. I believe. So.
Okay. And then they break out of the brig, right?
Right. They break out of the bridge.
And what was her line? Because it's the same guard.
I can't remember. I didn't write it down, but it says, oh, boy, it's not your lucky day today or something.
Oh, my. It's just not your lucky day.
Yeah, the writer.
He turns around and he's like, oh, shit.
I mean, the writers have a great job. They do a great job of doing that.
And I think that was a callback to the earlier line that I talked about where, I don't remember where that one is now, but I think that's where she said something to, "Who the hell are you?"
You. Yeah.
And then she recognized, "Oh, it's just not your lucky day, dude." That one was funny.
I'm going to throw
Elizabeth,
another one of these discussions to you and the group. So when Evelyn walks in to the brig, and Kelly is obviously, sad because this prisoner's escaped. Um, did you feel sorry for her?
No, why? She ain't getting offed. No, I did not feel sorry for Kelly one bit. She's
Yeah.
manipulating everyone, and she pendeja. Sorry.
Yeah. What do you think, Roger? Oh, I just noticed that name
Oh, I
change.
get it now. I get it. Roger 2.0. Oh, oh.
And then Roger 4.7.
Yeah, okay, but I even pointed it out earlier, and I didn't get why. Oh, am I Latin or what? I laughed at it the first time, and then I laughed at it again when I actually got the joke. That's what we Latin people do. So you are Roger 2.0. Linda says, no! Did not feel sorry for her. Why?
Just wanted to throw that out there.
This is not tragic drama. This isn't the guy in the Voyager episode that tried to trick the Voyager crew and going back home, and then he gets taken by the Borg. Not the same thing. Marcia says, not at all.
Hey, I would just throwing it out there. If anybody maybe felt a little bit of, it's not really her, it's her mother kind of thing.
Richard. Okay, Michael, I appreciate that one. I'm all right with that. I
teared up a little bit because I was kind of feeling sorry for her. Not, but no, I mean, I don't. Why would you? I mean, she just got done threatening Angus all over the place and kidnapped him and threw them over there, killed a whole shipload of people, and we're supposed to feel sorry for her, even though her mom doesn't pay attention to her, abandons her everywhere. I mean, that's just life. No. Did you cover the part where Trust wanted to get his revenge on Kelly?
I was going to say, in the brig, he wanted to do it.
Okay, maybe you did mention that, but yeah, he had to make a decision, and he chose wisely.
Well, and Sharon also said, "Do you want to waste time on a revenge, or you want to get the heck out of here?"
Yeah.
So,
doesn't mean he won't get his revenge. It's just
of course
it's not today.
Not today.
It's not today. It's just sometimes you got to put those things off, and there's live another day, as they say.
Then we get the lane sack. Go ahead.
The short answer: no, I did not feel sorry for her.
Okay. Just wanted to do, I kind of bring this up for group discussion.
One more thing.
Go ahead, Michael.
What?
Roger 2.0. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you guys know who Emma Roberts is?
Yes. Yes.
I'm just saying, Kelly reminds me of Emma Roberts in the lips. And anyway, that's just something I noticed. I don't know why, but I did.
Well, since we're on that topic, I had not noticed that. I see a vile, evil person. I think Kelly.
I know what. Yeah,
I hear you, Richard, but no, I actually didn't see that. I know who you're talking about, but no.
But I know that she's playing a character, but still, when you see an actress or a person, you can still see some things like that.
I'm sorry, I see them for their performance. I don't see them for.
You're a baby. Let's see. Here's Emma Roberts. So she kind of in the lips a little bit. She's got that sly smile too.
Yeah.
What was that? Meow.
What?
Yeah.
What was that sound you made?
I was okay. Meow. Meow. Yeah.
I did hear it.
Yeah, but it was not meow. It was just,
I thought it was a meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
You guys need to clean your ears, all of you.
Oh my gosh. Meow.
All right, so we're almost.
Well, she's not that bad looking there, Jag. We wouldn't blame you.
Did not say a thing.
Oh, look at that! or Carrie after the blood dump. Oh, wow.
That's brutal.
Whoa, there we go.
Oh, man. They've had some great
That's pretty
commentary
nasty.
today. And we always do. That was good. I like or Carrie.
Yeah, I wonder what Samantha would think about us talking like this about her character.
Well, hopefully she won't watch this show and we can
Oh,
move
no,
on.
unfortunately, I believe they have.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, Richard.
I
but-
mean, this show, this one here.
Oh, no, they're watching. They're watching.
Oh,
and not
well,
trying
now
to
you
be,
tell us. Why do you tell us
not
this
trying to
shit
be
now?
dumb or arrogant.
If you would have
Folks-
told me earlier, I wouldn't have said a damn thing about anybody. I would
Okay.
have just sat here and
I don't believe I'm revealing anything, but
been
Michael,
a good boy.
they've all told us that they've been watching, haven't they? Not only them, but the producers and the agents. Okay, I cannot say any more than what I'm about to say. It's like, I don't know if we're going to have enough episode airtime to discuss everything with everyone. And I'm going to leave it at that. They appreciate the chat room. They appreciate us. And they're coming to spend time with us. It's not because we're good at what we do. It is definitely not that. It's because
Well, you're
I
not
think
good at
they
what
see-
you're not good at what you do.
you know, throw them on way. But anyway, look, the reality is
Hang on.
that
Let me say it. Let me
all
say it,
of us.
Richard. Let me say it, Richard. Del hocico.
Whoa, mine was just a little stupid, but wow. Okay, we're
Yeah.
final. No,
I went from kitty cat to lion. There you go.
we love everyone.
We love everybody. Kissy, kiss. Aw.
Yes, Marsha, we do. But all kidding aside, again, I'm not going to reveal anything other than that. Is just we're being blown away by the response of them wanting to spend time with
drooling.
us. And it's not us. It's everyone that joins us for the program and is commenting and spending time. Are you kidding? Think about when they come over and join us. Look at all your comments, your questions. They love it. We love it. We're thrilled. As I've said, guys, the only difference between everyone in the chat room and us is that we chose to do the video. That's it. Oh, here we go. What was that? What's
Right
that?
there.
What?
The camera. That's what we each decided to do.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
That's it. And again, the obligatory much thanks to the Facebook group for showing up and showing the support. What is it, 4 or 5 episodes now? You guys are just awesome, and thank you. Before we end, and
A
then
little bit more than that. Oh, wait. And we're 2 hours, 13 minutes in.
and we need to finish. And I love Elizabeth. Bring that comment up. I love that. That's awesome.
What do you mean, again?
No, not that one. Keep going. No, keep going.
Oh, yeah. I don't wanna.
we're
I
not.
don't wanna.
Yeah.
I
No,
like
don't-
that one.
yeah.
I like that one. That's awesome.
Richard will right now because he has an understanding with you.
So let's finish up. Thank you, Elizabeth. Lane
Oh, yeah.
sacrifice. Slain sacrifice and the redemption at the end. Did y'all expect that? Or did y'all think that he's really making up for all the past misdeeds?
The faith that he had in them coming back, even though it was mistaken. I was going to say earlier when we were talking about it, he said something that he has to make it right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I didn't get a chance to talk about that, but he says, Sharon, I have to make this right somehow.
Yep.
And he does. He does.
And then Sharon comes back and says, I think it's a little bit too late for that.
Yeah, but he's like, nah.
Yep. We're going to do the 4th. I'm guessing at the end when we do our, we're almost done. The 4th homework. I think that's what they're asking about.
And then
So,
what Lance was saying, don't interrupt my heroic effort
sacrifice.
here.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. But I was just thinking, don't ruin my toxic masculinity moment here.
Yeah, he says, I'll stay.
But I wasn't surprised by it. I mean, why would she? If she went back on the ship, that means they have to go back and get her, and that just become redundant. So now we'll have to see what happens what happens to him over there.
Yeah.
And I guess putting that way, I don't think they would want to trade the Venom for Lance. They'll just say, well, screw you. We got it. We're going bye-bye. So, but even if Arc 1 wants to stay, so, if Arc 1 wants to stay there, then Trust is going to have to activate and shut that planet rotating for somebody, whether it's Arc 1 or Arc 15. Wouldn't that be the right thing, Michael?
Well, it would be the right thing, but whatever.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. I my hands were.
And he doesn't like sports.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, he should do it. But as I don't know if we talked about it online or offline.
Probably offline.
Because I'm sure I was talking to Roger. I think I don't know. It all blurs. But I thought on an eyeball planet, the rim right around where it's dark and light, that there was an area that was kind of temperate, I thought.
Yeah, they call it the Terminator, where it's where the light becomes dark, or it depends which direction light.
But it sounded like that there wasn't the way they were talking. But I don't know. But then again, they had that sun in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Hey, we discussed that already.
Yeah, I know. We discussed that already.
And then we're going to the point that I'm very saddened. Yes, Arc 15. Yeah, thank you, Eva, for destroying the cannon. I was really attached to that cannon. It was beautiful. I liked it. And then everybody in the chat room, let's go and do hooray when Felix smiled. When Eva did what she did and was able to hack into Arc 15 and destroy the cannon, he says, "You are a genius." And, he was just smiling. So everybody in the chat room, do hurrah for Felix that we finally did see him smile in the episode. And then at the end, we're going to see what we're going to, the cliffhanger is what's going to happen to Lane. What's going to happen to him?
That might.
That's all I got on my notes.
It might not be the cliffhanger.
Well, the cliffhanger
I think that was just the end of the episode. I mean,
yeah,
that's going to be something
that was what's coming up next.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I mean, they might leave Lane. We won't see much of him or Lance or whatever till later on. Huh?
Lane. Spencer Lane.
Well, they will start with an L.
Oh, I think they all know. They all know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they do.
Yeah, there are a lot of windows aboard that ship.
Yeah, and a lot of art, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of hobbies, go ahead.
That real quick. Now, I thought that was a cheap and easy way to tell the two ships apart by just putting some artwork around and some antique like furniture. It's easy to set up and take down, and it's an easy way to tell the two ships apart. And I thought that's kind of genius. I mean, if you think about it, you can't, To me, I just thought it was used that way too, just so you knew what ship you were on. Because
I think it was I agree with you.
Switching back and forth. So anyway, what do you think? You think you like that idea too, Jag?
Yep, I agree because you didn't know. I agreed with you earlier, Roger. There's enough agreement for me to go around. Don't worry about it. But I think that was a great way for them to show that they were on Arc 15 and Arc 1. Kudos to the set decorating team for doing that. That was a good way to kind of. Some of that bridge with a couch. Ooh, that's nice.
That was funny having the couch.
I loved it though. That was nice. That'd be cool to That's cool.
Oh, you're right, and even a
baby grand. Yes, I can see Richard or Michael doing a little lounge, music on the Arc 15 bridge,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here on the Arc 15, that kind of stuff.
Oh boy.
I know. I got into. It's the Comet Water Coke here. So, thank you for the finger.
Yeah. Well, that would
review the video.
Yeah.
Review the video.
This is too much fun. This is way too much fun. Folks, understand, we're only kidding. Okay, we're only kidding. Please understand that. Take
And
it.
I hope everybody in the
not-
chat room loved Felix smiling. Yeah, please say you lit or not, because I did. I loved the fact that he smiled at the end. That was good.
It was good. Seeing him in command was a little bit of a surprise for me, and I really did enjoy it. Folks, there was a lot to like in the episode. I have to give it to the writers in really resolving, no, that was wrong. Really moving the plot forward and giving us answers on a lot of neat stuff. It did throw me how when they were trying to get out of the ship in the shuttle, and I'm like, oh, damn, this one's a little different. This one has docking clamps. That was cool. Now, here's why I know Lane was not going to die. I don't know if he's going to die in the next episode, though. I still believe it's someone else. But I'm going with Michael on that one. Eva, you're a genius. Okay, that was good. The line or the moment was, okay, think of the Wrath of Khan. When Spock was thinking through what he had to do to go to engineering to save the ship, the camera moved in. Okay, he was going to die. In X-Men 2, remember at the very end where she realizes, oh man, this is it. The camera moves in. Lane didn't get that. It was just they moved to him. He thinks about it, and he's like, "Ah, shit! This is the only way I'm going to make good with this woman."
Now,
But
it may not be anything, but I did pause the camera or the shot where he's in the room with all the levers, and the lever next to the airlock release,
you sicko! What was it?
the depressurizing airlock or depressurizing something. So that's what I saw.
Okay, and I'm only kidding about it because I told Michael one time that yes, I stopped the scene because I was being a sicko because I wanted to read the background. I'm just screwing with you, Jay.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Michael, Richard, thoughts on the episode as well. I thought it was a good episode. It was awesome to see Sharon go into Sharon-nator mode. That was good, dude. That was good. I like it.
A little scary too.
What?
Well,
I work with
spiders?
women. I don't know what you're
Sharon-nator.
scared about. I work with them.
Sharonator. Don't want to cross her.
It was the shuttle release.
Yes, but there was another. If you go back,
No,
and,
there was another. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. there was
a
another. Says
couple.
deep.
There was like 4 things there.
Yeah, and it said depressurizing airlock, I think, or something with depressurizing in it. So, just
And I
curious.
will give it to the writers in that we have some real big technology concepts, and these ships are advanced, but in many ways, they're not.
Mhm.
They're very simple.
You don't have intruder alert, get the humanoids. You know, they don't have any of that. And at least they're consistent with it.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
I do appreciate that. So your thoughts, gentlemen, and then we're going to start collectibles or hobbies.
Richard, your thoughts?
Oh, it's a great episode. I mean,
Oh, okay.
like all the other ones. I mean, this was a real pressure cooker. I mean, you had a lot of crap going on. Once again, you got Sharonator running around 15. You've got Angus trying to get his own breakout plan. Trying to get everybody out of the brig. I mean, you've got Bryce on the bed, on the hospital bed. You've got Eva worried. You got them kissing. You got the doctor having all kinds of trouble trying to get her job done. I mean, it was like a lot of stuff, but it was all cohesive. I mean, you could follow it, and it was a lot of stuff going on and a lot of things to think about for 12. I mean, now you just can't help. I mean, waiting for episode 12 is going to be hard between now and then. So that's how I felt about it. It was a great episode. I think everything it was well written, and I think, I don't know. It's one of those things that give you goosebumps all over.
Is someone going to die?
Someone going to die?
Yeah.
Let's see. No one wears red shirts, so I don't. Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I don't know who. Well, let's say if someone. Well, we're supposedly believe that Helena's dead, so there's your answer. But as to someone else, probably. Just I don't know what I mean. I don't know what's going to happen in 12 at all. I mean, are these two ships? How? I mean, we still got to resolve what these two ships are going to do now. And now that trust is gone, excuse me.
Pardon the pun.
Is he going to activate the rotation of the planet now that he's back on one? And will that rotation work? I kind of get the idea that this rotation may not work like they think it's going to work. And that may be the cliffhanger. What about you, Michael?
I was talking to Roger on one of my crazy theories. And should I mention it now, Roger?
Knock yourself out, buddy.
I thought, what happens if there's really a big conflict between 1 and 15, and then all of a sudden another arc shows up?
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were going to go with the other one.
No, not
Very
the other
good.
one. I'm saving that.
Very good. Yes.
I'm saving.
Think
that
about
one.
that, guys. What if they're in the middle and another arc shows up?
Oh, another cannon. Yes. Oh, I don't know. But yeah.
Well, who knows?
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. There's
They might have
what?
aliens on board. Who knows?
3, 4,
I resent that.
3, 4, 5, and 15, right? 3, 4, 5, and 15 are the ones that we know about from Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and remember that after Arc 5, they said basically half of them.
half of them, because they didn't know how to fly them.
But what about the other
Yeah.
half that obviously could fly? Where did they
Right.
end up going?
Yeah.
And I still think that Arc 15 had a better FTL drive, and they got there faster. So,
Yeah.
because Evelyn was on it, she could
Definitely.
fly
That's definitely plausible. That theory that another arc will show up, and it may make 15 look like a walk in the park.
Oh, she's thinking Maddox is the one that's going to buy it. Yeah, I think she is.
We'll find out. Did anybody catch? You know how they normally write the episode and they put the quote in the movie, they make it the title, or not the quote in the movie, the quote in the
Yes.
episode. So where did
Kelly,
it? The last thing you ever do? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where it was. That's the
you
last thing you
turn
ever do.
on me, little,
The last thing you ever do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was there. I caught it.
I love how they do that in this series, where they use a quote from the dialogue as a title.
So if the next episode is "You gonna die," like ooh,
No, it's everybody wins.
everybody.
Yeah, that's the name of the
They have
episode.
a cure for Clampkins.
We'll find
They
out.
have a cure because everybody wins.
Everybody
or,
wins.
Or maybe she's like, if you give in, everybody wins.
We're gonna find out in what, 3 days? So
Kelly, Marsha says
thank
Kelly's
you,
gonna buy
thank you,
it.
Marsha. Thank
Do
you.
you
Marsha.
believe Kelly's gonna buy it?
Me? Yeah, I could see it happening. I could see it happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that means that Evelyn is cured. That's why everybody wins.
I just know that the title and it's written by
Yeah. So everybody wins.
the Grand Master, Jonathan Glassner.
Oh, that was.
So we'll see. And we win as well.
Yeah. All right, folks. The last item right there. You saw just a moment ago. Let's see. Oh wait, and we win too. A season 2. Oh, was that prophetic or what? Collectible or hobbies, Michael? What is your collectible or hobby?
Well, hobbies, it ended up being, which you alluded to before, involved with fan films a lot. That ended up being a very expensive hobby.
It's become your life almost.
It became my life. It still is, but not as much as it was 10 plus years ago. So,
Hey, so what are you going to do next weekend?
it's
Or
not
the
next
weekend
weekend.
after? No, the
Yeah,
weekend
well,
after.
that's, yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What are you gonna do, Michael? Where
I'll
are you?
be at a filming. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're gonna be helping the
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
on the weekend of the 30th, the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 29th of April. So I guess that hasn't ended.
No, because I'm getting emails from them right now
Yeah,
about the latest thing that's going on. So I'm trying
because
to.
you're still an active producer.
Yeah, I'm still an
Richard.
active producer.
My hobby is photography,
Really?
and it used to be graphic design, but I haven't done that in a long time.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Well,
And
he has suggested it. I've never taken him up on it.
Oh,
Here we
okay.
go. Yeah, we have some comments here. I collect pictures in the large and small stuffed animals of big cats.
nice.
Oh, so then you should watch Richard's
Yes,
podcast tomorrow then.
yes, with Douglas Vermeer, and he's a Canadian actor, producer, writer, stuntman. He's like a jack of all trades up there in the Great White North. He'll be joining us tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern time, and we'll interview him, see what his new horror film's about, Big Cats. He'll be filming that shortly over in Europe, England. Is that right?
It's England, yeah. Mhm.
England. So it'll be interesting. I've seen some of the films that the person that's writing Big Cats. I found some of his other films. I found one on Pluto and one on Tubi, and yeah, they're adequate. But anyway, yeah, it'll be interesting tomorrow because I'm looking forward to it. And if you have time, go ahead and stop by.
ndbmedia.net, folks.
It's all on there, the front page.
ndbmedia.net. Yes, it's
Mhm.
there. Trust us. Michael does a phenomenal job of posting everything that's coming. So there. Jag.
I don't really collect much. I guess bills, but
Yeah.
the ARC swag apparently now I'm trying to collect that. I love motion graphics editing, and believe it or not, I do one sport. I love to swim. So those are my collectible hobbies.
Collectible hobby.
And Mr. Roger.
A hobby, because my life is changing quite a bit. I've discovered traveling, and unfortunately, I travel alone now. So I've been doing more of that, and I love traveling. That has become a passion, and I'm looking forward to that. I guess that's a hobby, a collectible. It's a shame because the way the casinos stopped. For those of you that used to go to casinos, I'm not a gambler or anything, but whenever I would walk into a casino, they used to have what they would call those coin cups, and it had the design of the casino. I had over 50 different collectibles or different cups of those, and then we moved one time, and I don't know what happened to them. So I suppose I collect, believe it or not, sporting event tickets. I do. It's just a weird thing. So
I can see
save
that.
stuff.
People collect the concert tickets, so yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have, for those of you that are baseball fans, I have the ticket June 29th, 1990, Dodger Stadium, Fernando Valenzuela versus the St. Louis Cardinals, 6-0, no hitter. I was there. Good stuff. Wow, a lot of comments. Check it out.
No, I was just answering the question.
Oh, that's why we got 7 comments.
Awesome. Yes,
because they go everywhere. Don't get. I know you got excited for nothing there.
I
Rod.
did. I did. Wow, folks.
Well, I just why not give out the information?
I do want to say to everyone, and sorry, Richard, I began speaking over you. Everyone came to play, not only today, but the week before that, and even the week before that. We, the 4 of us here, know that we have to be prepared because of everyone in the chat room. And it's a synergy. It's beautiful. Because whatever we don't get, right, guys? We've discussed this.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we don't get, the chat room. And it's really fun when we see people in the chat room say, oh, didn't think about that. There's a beautiful synergy here. And we appreciate that a lot of people are watching the episodes after the fact as well. We're just tickled pink. I had no idea that we've crossed 40 likes on twitch.tv. And that's just unreal. And that's been in 6 weeks, right, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
We went from 1 to 40 in
That's
less
right.
than 6 weeks.
Wow.
That's crazy. So
Very cool.
I do believe, and I'm going on a limb again saying it, that other than Evelyn, there will be a main character that will buy it. And I'm saddened by it. I felt that Michael read too much into something in particular, because if I say what it is, we'll give it away. We don't mean to do that. It's not fair to Michael, because he's been cool about it all this time. But all I can say is that I see it, Michael, you little rat, because I told you, I think you're reading too much into it.
You did.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, no. It was this. So I have come around to that, Michael. If
I
it
hope
does
I'm
come,
wrong.
I do too.
I hope I'm wrong.
I do as well. So we'll see. All right. We reviewed the episode. I guess we did give our last thoughts on the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We have the episode coming up tomorrow that Michael is going to do it. Folks, we ask you,
No, I'm not.
or that Richard is doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know if the big dog's going to join him or not, but
Yeah, I talked to him when I was trying to set everything up again with Michael to make sure everything was kosher with Big Dog. So Peter will be joining me.
I want to invite everyone to check out our radio network. It's also part of the NDB Media Empire. blogtalkradio.com. You see it right here. NDB/NDB Media. And when it starts from the lower left and goes to the upper right, that's a /. If it starts in the upper left and goes down to the lower right, that's a /. Anyway, blogtalkradio.com/NDB Media. Check it out. This Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, Dan Schlossberg. A lot of people know him. He and Mary Ellen Nugent Lee, there it is, they're having their 500th Travel Itch radio episode at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Give them a listen. Let them know. Comment in the chat room. It would be much appreciated. But they've done 500 Travel Itch radio episodes. Audio only. You can check them out. It's going to be 1 hour. They have 4 guests to celebrate episode 500. I want to give thanks to Dan and Mary Ellen. It's just incredible what they've done. And I'm thrilled to have them on the network. And don't forget on Tuesday nights, Fandom Access, 7 p.m. Pacific time. They talk all science fiction, lots of stuff. And then, of course, you have on Saturday, Sports Talk with the Guys. Richard joins me in his Personas Almighty. And then on Sunday, wow, I don't know what we're doing on Sunday.
I think it's going to be empty.
Those are the regular episodes, folks.
Yeah.
We have 4 to 6 to 7 episodes a week. So we thank you. I don't know. Are we done? Or are we going to still talk about it for a while? What are we going to do?
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Yeah, Michael, 11:39 p.m. We're done. I think so.
And everybody did their
Yeah.
And everybody did their homework. So unless the chat room has anything they want to bring up, I think we are.
Now they need to do their homework and rewatch all the episodes so they'll have good questions next week.
That's Michael the educator.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How many times did you see the episode this week? Because I saw it 3 times.
5.
Wow.
I only saw it 2.
I saw that earlier today. Hoping that be fresh in my mind.
I did as well. Right before we went live, I stopped 2 minutes before we went live. Oh, who is that,
know.
Michael?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. I think it's someone that we know. I'm
I'm with
starting
you,
with
Marcia.
episode 1 again,
I'm with
and
you,
Linda
Marcia.
says 13. Okay. Well,
Um,
folks,
Oh, she wants to look at episode 13. That's what she wants.
Oh, and don't forget, obviously, after we watch the season finale, I mean, I'm going to miss it when we're on waiting for season 2, but the after the arc, I'm sure they're going to probably do something there as well. So they've been extremely, uh, very resourceful for the behind the scenes of the arc. So don't forget to watch them on their electricnow.tv or any of the podcast platforms out there.
I am a tad saddened because I like what we've been doing on Sundays. And the reality is, this is going to be the last time that we do a review for season 1. Because once again, next Sunday, it's going to be, we're just going to be moderating. So we're going to know from the actors themselves. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So you won't be hearing from us. We'll ask the most errant question, but it's going to be them. And
Yep.
we're just
13
so thrilled.
times. That's what.
Oh,
Oh my.
Oh, I thought she said she'd rather see episode 13. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
okay, Linda. There's no doubt who is the bigger one this time. There's no doubt about that. Way to go, Linda. You have helped to get the renewal. No doubt about it. I think we all
Oh,
have it in a tiny
I think
way.
yeah, good job, group.
Yeah, but
Everybody.
it's not only us. It's everyone in the community that's been
That
watching,
that
telling their friends. It's
six
been an
point
active.
5 million viewers helped do it. So,
Yeah, so that's a lot bigger than us.
oh yeah, yeah.
But you know that has I was surprised at those numbers for sci-fi. It
Mhm.
was like, what, are you kidding?
And the last episode went up, right, Jag?
Oh yes, it went up. The rating 1849 went down 0.06 from 0.7, but the viewership went up almost 100,000 just on Sci-Fi Watch alone. So, yep.
Yeah.
That,
And the good thing is it's starting in other countries. So,
oh, that's right. Thank you,
yeah.
Michael.
Mhm.
So, un agradecimiento y ojalá que lo vean y lo disfruten en España. So I just said I want to wish our people in Spain that are going to start watching it tomorrow. I hope they enjoy the program. And I believe on the 26th of April, they're going to show it in the UK.
And
Wow.
Oh, and it's
they started in Serbia this last week.
this
on
last
Wednesday.
week.
Mhm.
And then if you want to buy the seasons, I think Electric Entertainment, which is Dean's company, electricentertainment.com, you can find a way to purchase the season there. So if you can't wait to watch it on a streamer, you can do that.
Is it available on Amazon or
You know what?
Hulu?
I saw someone post it when they were posting the season renewal. Apparently, it's available on Amazon, Hulu, and a few others, but I don't know. I haven't checked that.
I don't see
Oh,
it on. I haven't seen it on Amazon, but I know it's on
it
Peacock.
is on Amazon where you
For
can
purchase,
purchase
right?
it.
Yeah, for purchase.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got to purchase.
Folks, season 1 is available right now for $16.99 HD for the entire season. All right.
And yeah, and it's on Electric Entertainment, and a few others out there that are also. So that'll hopefully tie us over until we finally get season 2.
Well, isn't season 2 not going to be here until?
I'm going to say 2024.
I
At
think
least.
I think I saw 25.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I mean, it wasn't like. I mean, I could be wrong. I saw the number. I don't know. I don't know if it's confirmed or not. But since other series have been taking a year off and having before they come back, I mean,
It all depends when they start filming. I mean, that's what it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I mean, if they start filming in a month, it might be middle of 2020.
Actually, I could see them filming this year and being out next year.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, but they're not spending the money on special effects that they don't have the money. They're telling good stories. So I think it would be a lot easier to see them next year. So
Well, I'm going for the quickest option possible. I want it. I want it
where at,
back on there.
Linda? What
Is it on
19?
electric for 1999?
Oh.
I can't remember.
Wow.
I can't remember.
Yeah. So
Well, there you go. It's available. It's good stuff. It's interesting. The first episode was 52 minutes. Then 40. They all run about 43 minutes. But the first episode has a significant runtime. Yeah, wow.
Mhm.
They're almost all 43 minutes.
Mhm.
that's
Electric
makes
now.
it time for commercials on commercial networks.
And they
Yeah.
probably on probably with pilots or the
That's
first
true.
premieres, they want to limit commercials.
Yeah.
Well,
kind of
it's
hook
52
people.
minutes.
So
Wow. It's good
Back
stuff.
in the old days, they only used to have 6 or 7 minutes of commercials.
mhm.
On electric now. All right.
Thank you, Linda.
Wow. We did 2 hours, 46 minutes. Impressive.
I don't even think they know when it's going to come out. I can't find nothing on when that's supposed to happen.
Well,
No, as
maybe
I
our-
said, it's when they
Maybe
start.
maybe our guest might have some insight on that.
They might not be
Seriously,
able to talk
I doubt that because the writers have to get going first and foremost. And that's the first step. Get the stories in the can. You got to at least have 3-4 episodes, and then they can start.
Yeah,
Given
I
the
mean, all
shooting
that could already be anyway. It
It's
doesn't
possible
matter.
because it is a Dean Devlin.
I hope that it's a 24, but
24 episodes.
no,
No,
24,
No, 2024.
2020.
2024.
Oh, I genuinely believe it's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, this is still probably be the same amount of episodes, and I hope they get more cash from Sci-Fi.
Or they do NBC Universal. Yeah.
Well, it's still Sci-Fi.
The parent. Yeah, the parent
And
company.
they have their own little separate. I don't
Yeah.
know. Well, maybe I don't know NBC. I don't know if NBC kicks in money to Sci-Fi. Just that.
They own it.
They own it.
Well, that could just be one of their write-offs.
Yeah, true.
It doesn't matter. I hope they get extra cash, and I hope and now that it's pretty amazing that we started this little thing and no one heard of this little show and the fans picked up on it. Now it's being renewed. And you guys are interviewing the cast members. So it's like we knew them when.
We did know them when. Michael, is it safe to say who's already contacted you and has said, see you on Sunday?
All of them, pretty much.
Oh! Not only have they confirmed, they have spoken to Michael directly. So it's funny. I've gotten the vibe and comments that people think that I'm the guy here.
This next
That's
Sunday?
the guy.
This
That's
next
the guy.
Sunday?
Next Sunday.
Next
They're gonna-
Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Richard,
in
we've
case
been talking
something
about it
comes
for a while.
up, but as far as I know, everybody's going to be
Oh,
here. So
we're watching a foreign movie again.
I know.
Wow. Wow. That is something else.
Yeah.
That's our Michael.
Yep.
So we shall see.
Our Michael.
He is our Michael. He is our Michael. Oh wait,
I'm not Roger anymore. No.
no, I need to go back myself.
Our Michael.
Our Michael. That's right. He belongs to all of us, not just here, but the fan groups. He belongs to everybody.
You're gonna tell me he's a national treasure now?
He is a
that
national
the third
treasure.
movie? The national treasure of
He
whatever.
is a national treasure. He's more valuable than
He is just outside the nation's capital by about a mile or two.
and he is more valuable than the element on Arc 15. So there you go.
What is it called? Alicia
Minium, I think it's what it was called.
Alicia Minium.
Alicia Minium.
That's right. Master Michael Eminem.
Yes. Eminem.
Maybe I should just call him M squared. Yeah, Eminem.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it. So
No, you're not.
Jag will say it later.
No, I'm not. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
No, no, no. I'll save
All
it for
right,
the
fair
last. I'll
enough.
save it for the last episode.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So I was going to sneak out in one of the episodes, but I just didn't want to. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right there. That's my Admiral's uniform from Star Trek Picard. I was thinking of putting it on during the episode, but I'm like, no, wouldn't hear the end of it from everyone. At least I would have been in uniform. So it's all good.
Yeah,
I actually have. Can you guys see it though? I have my
yeah, I
Enterprise
see
jacket.
it. I can see.
That's my Enterprise jacket. Yeah.
Oh, that one. Well, I noticed that a long time ago. You wear
that's my
that. You wear that
Enterprise
all the
jacket.
time.
Yeah, that one I do. So.
But yeah,
Oh,
but
and if anybody,
I can see your Picard jacket too. I mean, that sticks out.
Yeah,
with
it's
the red.
actually the pullover one. Yes, it's
and
just.
if anybody, oh, wait, I'm sorry, Mike.
No, go ahead.
Roger, go ahead. I was just
Well,
gonna say, if anybody from Sci-Fi or Dean, anybody from up there, we got a season 2. Let's get that merch out. I want some ARC merch. So, thanks for
I was
that.
going to bring that up too, because if it's a second season, there may be some merch at one point. It's all if they can find somebody that wants to make the merch.
Well,
But
I'm
they're
sure they
probably-
will.
Well, not always, but we'll see. Well, I guess you're right, but
Master Michael Esquire, treat with care. Wow. Well,
Oh.
they've acknowledged it, Michael, that you
Yeah,
are.
they love
You
Michael.
are the man.
but yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I
good
hope
show.
so. I hope the powers that be are listening or are aware that we probably want some merch. So
All right.
Yeah, and
Well,
you
I'm
have
thinking if-
exclusive rights on that one thing, right?
Well, if there's people that want,
Oh,
you
you
know,
mean the Alicia's Dear Diary?
Uh-huh.
I readily give that one up if they did that. That would be cool.
I want the shot glass Comet Water shot glass. That would be
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I could see that. Look, I cannot wait till they sell the ARC thing because I would put it right next to my Galactica.
ARC 15. I want it. ARC 15.
ARC 47, and I have the Enterprise right here. So, it's like,
They battle.
yeah.
Yeah, with a working cannon. That would be cool.
Oh, that'd be funny, yes.
That would be cool.
If they had the ARC to purchase, I would purchase it right now. Yeah.
Me too. It's a nice looking. It's a interesting design for a ship.
He's been thinking about it. I don't know. Well, come on, George Lucas proved everyone right. Get the stuff out there. The fans will buy it, T-shirts and everything else. So we'll see.
Mhm.
But all right, I know we are getting long in the tooth now. It's getting late. We are going to finish up, folks. I do want to thank everyone, obviously. Jag, Michael, Richard, I'm Roger. Folks, I'm not saying that this is it, but it kind of is because we're going to be doing other episodes. We don't know what we're going to be doing moving on, but we have a lot of interviews coming. But the four of us like this, Michael and I thought about it. We're like, well, why are we going to review the last episode if the cast is going to review it?
Mhm. And what better source?
Yeah.
And we
So-
hope to have more interviews with other cast members. And I'm still trying to work on season finale part 2. I haven't gotten any confirmations yet. So someone asked, "Oh, where is it?" And I said, "I'm not confirming it until I have at least 2 guests."
Yeah, I let the cat out of the bag on that one. So
Yeah, but I mean, I was hoping. I thought I thought it was going to
You got
happen
it.
earlier, and it hasn't. So I'm working on some other sources that one of the cast members recommended me to. So I'm hoping that'll work. So, but we will see. We will see.
all right, folks. Wow, it is strange because we've done it. We did it very well. We did it at the last minute and we got it going, but we're here because of you. I imagine you're here because of us, and we're all here because of Dean Devlin, Mr. Glassner,
Jonathan Glassner.
and everyone else on the ARC. They've made it for us as well. And we're in. Can't wait to see where this goes.
Yep.
Got a lot of stuff going on. Check it out. All right, folks. I think we'll see you guys on the other side. And for now, we are out. Peace! You guys still haven't figured out where that was from, right? No.